Baron Trump's a big fat guy? Dave Portnoy is being a gay little Juneteenth celebrator? Blacks keep hurting us all the time and we didn't even do anything? Yeah, I'm thinking we're back. Oh yeah, can you make sure everything sounds right? Welcome.
Fantastic. 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 Fantastic.
All right, welcome to the show. We did it. I did it. I'm gonna look right at myself. I'm gonna see how I feel. I'm gonna see how I feel about me today. I feel okay. Nails are a little cleaner. What I did was build a chicken coop. Hi, welcome to the show. I am hEllolisTENER. You can call me Sinner for short. I have not sold my soul. I'm a real person. I'm not a cartoon. AI didn't make me. This is real. What's happening here is really happening. I assure you, I'm live and I'm alive. And I will continue to live for as long as it is necessary. I did not know that Jim Bob was streaming right now. I had to go, I had to strike while the iron's hot. And so here it is, hot iron. Y'all ready for that hot iron? Baron Trump's a big fat guy now. What happened to that guy, huh? He was supposed to be our leader. He was supposed to be our stinky skeeter. And now he's just a bottom feeder. Guy looks like David Portnoy, am I right? Guy looks like Stinky Portnoy. What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about Portnoy. And do you want to know what I think? Here's what I think. A couple days ago, Portnoy, or as I like to call him, Portly Boy. David Portly Boy. I just came up with that, and that's just an ability. And everyone has their own abilities. Some of you are psychic, some of you can teleport. I said David Portly Boy. he's sending a bunch of kids to Auschwitz. Could he be more Jewish? I mean, come on. Sorry, I shouldn't say Jewish. What I should say is Jupiter-like. What I should say is Jutes. We call Indians Jeets. I'm gonna start calling these guys Jutes. So we got our Jeets and our Jutes, right? And I say put them in the same place, you know? I say get rid of all of them. Not in a bad way, but, you know, they like space travel, right? Send the Jutes to Jupiter. And send the Jeets to Jupiter. Jupiter. David Portnoy sent a bunch of kids to Auschwitz. Why is he doing that? Because he's gay? Yes, because he's gay. He's a gay little Juneteenth celebrator. And he's doing it like everybody cares. He's like, don't worry, guys. I'm going to send these kids to Auschwitz. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Like, nobody likes you guys anymore. That's over. We're not on your... Who do you think's on your side, Michael Rappaport? We're not on your side, dude. Nobody likes you guys. You guys ruined everything. You guys suck so hard. And Auschwitz is a fake thing. There's even a Amish general who said him stinky self, don't anybody text me again unless you want to fight, who said him stinky self that Auschwitz wasn't real. He said, we'll never tell them the truth, that we filled Auschwitz with the bodies of the Ukrainians, which we starved. And I gotta say, in my mind, when I hear that, I just think, these guys are such scamps, you know? Such lovable scamps, these Amish. I think about them, I just go, oh, you. What a bunch of scamps. And so David Portnoy, patting himself on the back, strutting about like a peacock and telling himself that people give a crap whether or not some teenagers said they don't like Jewish people. I'm like, now that's cool. You're cool. In no way are you completely deluded and making an ASS of yourself on the world stage. No, you're cool. You're cool, Dave Portnoy. I think I want to rename the show. You're cool, Dave Portnoy. Hey, Davey. Hey, Davy Crockett. You're cool, dude. That's what I should rename the show. I don't want to be called Hello Listener. I want to be Dave Portnoy's fan club, because that guy's cool. I didn't know Jim Bob was streaming. I had to strike while the iron's hot. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. I'm not trying to step on Dave Portnoy's nose. His big fat nose. Just punch him right in the fat nose. What's up with my tongue? Is that a normal color? Looks a little white. I'm ashamed. I was on Leslie's show yesterday. Leslie, what's it? Knit? Leslie Clips. That was fun. That was funny, I guess. That was funny. That guy's funny. Jim Bob gave me a shout out. Jim Bob gave me a shout out on his show, and my subscribe count just shot right up immediately. That was pretty sick. I'm not giving up. I want to keep monologuing. I don't even want to talk to you guys yet. I just want to monologue. What else I got to monologue about? Dave Portnoy sending kids to Auschwitz. Auschwitz not real. I told you guys about the Holocaust Museum, right? In the future, the Holocaust Museum is going to be where they do to us what they pretend we did to them. You know what I'm talking about? So they're going to say, you keep it up, little guy. And we're going to send you to the Holocaust Museum. And in the Holocaust Museum, it's a bunch of Amish people with whips and torture devices. And they go, and then they did this to us. And then they did this to us. And they're just going to torture you. They're like, can you believe them? Oh, the humanity. Then they did this to us. And they're literally going to cry out in pain as they strike you. A young kid who's been texting me for years now just told me that he agrees with all my opinions. He used to be a lot of fun. I used to bring him up on the show because he would text me the most blue-pilled, left-wing, uninformed opinions, and I would just sit there and just be shocked by how ignorant it was. But then he, this morning I woke up to a text. He's like, I basically agree with you about everything. Red pilled a kid. Whoops. Red pilled a kid. Hey. Gotta teach them. These people need to learn. Red pill your kids. Are you gonna let them just get beat up by blacks? Red pill them. Red pill your kid. Just say this. It rhymes. Around blacks. Never relax. Just don't. It's a bad move. I've relaxed around blacks before. It turned out bad. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Just don't do that. Because they keep hurting us all the time, and we didn't even do anything. Guys, did you hear about the Israeli, the slave ship, the slave ship that got discovered recently? The American slave ship that got discovered recently, and Israelis are fighting over it, saying all the money in that slave ship belongs to us because we were the slave traders. Hey, blacks, we didn't even do anything. Stop being mean to us. We're not even doing anything to you. Can somebody convince black people that we're not even doing anything to them? Is it possible to convince black people that we're not even doing anything to them? Is that even feasible? Hey, blacks, we're not even doing anything to you. Literally, we're not even doing anything to you. We're just trying to get through our fat white days. Can you let a nigga live? Can you let a wigga live? I'm Shiloh's Dragon. I'm renaming this show Shiloh's Dragon. I am the hot breath of fire from Shiloh's mouth. I am the N-word personified. I am Shiloh's Dragon. Speaking of which, I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm pretty sure I'm about to have a fight with a hard-coded individual who does not recognize my power, my knowledge, my situational awareness, my fast eyes. My unique eyebrow situation. That's a unique eyebrow situation. Who's dealing with that? Only me. His name's Jim Bob. And he keeps disagreeing with me on this show, and I'm getting sick of it. So I'm not going to speak too soon. But once he gets out here, if he gets out here, because I pushed him too far. Here's the thing. Jim Bob gave me a shout out on his show. Now, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm Jim Bob's favorite streamer. I don't know. Hi, I'm hEllolisTENER. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm Jim Bob's favorite streamer. Okay? You understand? Jim Bob. You know, big channel, plays guitar, shuts down thoughts, destroys atheists with the greatest of ease. Big guy. Yeah, guess what? I'm his favorite channel. So whatever. But he said it on his show yesterday. He said, go watch Hello Listener. He's great. And I was like, yay. And then Provo shot up and he goes, huge shout out. And I said, that's true. And then I decided to push it. Hey, I'm 41. If I haven't changed by this point, it's not likely that it's going to happen. Let me do this. Let me clap like a white girl. It's not likely that it's going to happen. My nails are slightly cleaner. Most of them smell fine. Stop messaging me! What were we talking about? And at the end of his stream, after making him giggle a couple times, I gave him some hoo-has in his chat. Then I was like, it seemed like he was taking song requests. And I had just released a song. Oh, speaking of which, hey, I just released a song. I'm not going to see you chat yet. Just give me time. Let me vibe. Let a nigga live. Let me vibe, okay? I know you're already seething. Just let me vibe. Why is my tongue yellow? I'm gross on all levels. I should just at least wash up before I do a show. I like just waking up and stumbling over here. Let's go. I haven't taken nicotine yet. So, what was I talking about? So I said, hey, play my song, Jim Bob. And I said, no, don't play my song, Jim Bob. And I was like, no, play my song, Jim Bob. And I was like, play my song, Bob. I don't know. And then I was filled with regret. I was like, you have taken advantage of a strong man. You have taken advantage of a leader of the community. You pushed your luck, and now Jim Bob hates you. And I'll never recover. And that's why this is my last show. I can't handle the fame. It's too much for me. What did I do to deserve this? Look at my eyes. Like two pitted olives. Just sun-beaten on some guy's face. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. And somebody asked me, what do you think about race mixing, Donald Duck? I'll tell you what I think about race mixing. No! 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 When somebody's like, I race mixed, I go, no! No! Don't do that! No! Unless, of course, it's a white guy race mixing. That I allow. If a white guy wants to sow his seed among the nations, I think that that is his prerogative and he should take it of his good pleasure to do so. But if a white woman sleeps with a non-white man, no! No! Stop that! Stop it now! What are you doing? Don't you know the rules? Stop! But if a white guy wants to do it, and I can understand why he would, you know? If a white guy wants to wrestle a non-white, if a white guy wants to wrestle an immigrant to the ground and make him his wife, well, I think that's his God-given right. After all, these white women are crazy. They're all loopy-doopy, retarded, and stoopy. What are you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta play the field a little bit. No, stop it. Do what you want. Do what you want. Unless you're a white woman, then do what I want. Okay? If you're a white woman, this goes for all white women. Ask me first. I don't know where you are. I don't know what you're doing. But I have a set of skills. You know, Liam Neeson. And then I say this. Ask me first. You know where I'm at. I'm over here on YouTube. Before you make any moves, before you let your heart be your guide, 'cause a Disney song showed you an interracial couple, and now you think blacks are all Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders? Denzel Washington. And Denzel Washington ain't chill either, probably. And you want him to scoop you in his arms. And you don't believe he will do you harm. You're wrong. You don't believe he will do you harm. You're wrong. You don't believe he will do you harm. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, wrong. He's gonna leave you with a black kid and a black eye. Ask me first. Hey, white women, check with me first. Thank you. Thank you. White guys, do your thing. Do what you gotta. Fellas, do what you gotta do. Oh, I haven't gotten into my topic. All right, let me do my topic, then I'll freaking check chat. Chat. Sometimes chat's like chat, and sometimes chat's like chat. Because sometimes it's a weight. It's a cloud over my head saying, come on, dude. Look at chat. And I'm trying to think my own thoughts over here. Let a colored man breathe. Where's my freaking, here I go. I'm sure I'll do a fine job because the energy's right today. Eradicating false value systems with hEllolisTENER. 1, 2, 3. Thinking your worth is based on how hot your girlfriend is or how many girls you've slept with. Ready? That's a false value system. And you may say, well, obviously, but no, don't be stupid, because a lot of you walk out here and you say, I haven't slept with enough women as Myron Gaines, or as Toby Keith, or as Andrew Tate, the black Kabbalist from Norway. Relax. Sleeping with a bunch of women is not a good thing. It's a bad thing. You know what's a good thing? Marrying one woman and then sleeping with her. And no blowjobs. Blowjobs are sodomy. Cut the crap. Cut the crap, sodomites. Cut the crap, Satan. Satan and the Amish. Cut the crap, Amish. You made us think that blowjobs were normal. That's what they did. They took over... What the hell? Did you hear my voice? Hey, look. It sounded like a reed instrument. What was I saying? They fought tooth and nail to make sure porn was legal. And then they made us think the blowjobs were normal. They're not normal. They're bad. Don't do that. Guys, don't let your wife do that. Don't let her. Say no. That's sodomy. We're going to do better from now on. Be strong. I'm with you in this fight. But the world will tell you that your value system is based on how many women you sleep with. Oh, yeah, that really freaking matters. Well, the way they'll tell you that is that anytime you do something they don't like, they'll call you an incel. You're involuntarily celibate. So what? You're voluntarily a whore. Shut up. And maybe I'm voluntary celibate. You don't know. There might be some pipsqueak out there. Some mud dog that wants to get Skeeter Susan with me. You don't know. You don't know. Now listen, before we go any further, I want to say that I'm not a great example of what a Christian should be. And I am a Christian. But don't be like me. I'm just but go to church. Don't follow me, you know? Don't follow me. Follow an Orthodox church. Follow a priest. Follow Christ. You know what I mean? Don't let me be your example. Look at that. That's 3D as hell right there. Don't let me be your example. Let the saints be your example. Let Christ be your example. But all I'm here, I'm the goblin on the riverside shouting at you that Jesus is Lord. That's what I'm doing. I'm shouting at you, hey, I'm not allowed in the church because I'm a fat little bridge troll. But Christ is king, brother. Go forth. Go forth. Go forth. I know what I am. I know I'm a dog. I know I'm a little whooping dog. I recognize that about myself. I know I ain't good for nothing but a whip and a puddle to sleep in. I know that, Dad. I know that, Jim Bob. I know who I am. But that don't mean I can't say the truth. And that's a false value system. Thinking your woman, oh, is she hot enough? If my woman's not as hot as other people's women, then that's my value? Who told you that? Some dingbat? Some dingo ate your baby bat? Some dingo ate your baby boy bat? Get off your rocker. Somebody hit you in the knocker. Your value is not based on how many women you slept with, how hot the woman you married is, or how many kids you got, though. Kids is pretty good. You should have kids. Your value is not based on that. And I need you to understand that. And I'll tell you what your value is based on. All right? But maybe I should wait till I tell you the other things. All right? And let me say this. I used to think that. Oh, I used to think that. Because I hated myself. But I noticed I could get girls. And I'm not bragging. How could I brag after that burp? I was a weirdo. I was a stinky fat loser. I was a sensitive type. And I got bullied a lot. And then I kind of came of age, and all of a sudden I noticed the girls are really appreciating what I'm bringing to the table. I don't know why, but they were. And so I thought to myself, well, then this is where my value lies. Yeah, Doug Funny, you can beat me up and you're tall, but guess what? Hot chicks like me. Hot girls like me. My girl is hotter than your girl. Flip doodle, my girl is hotter than your girl. And I used to think that the girl under my arm was my value. Like some gay little fruit tart, like some stinky sandwich. They never thought good. And I'll tell you what, a lot of hot girls effed me up. I mean, without getting too deep into it, careful. Just be careful, you know? Find yourself a pretty girl. Don't date the crazy hot girls. They are going to kill you in one way or another. They are going to scoop your heart out and eat it. And then they're going to poop it back into your chest. And then sew it shut and say, have a good one, bud. Hey, take it easy, champ. Find yourself a pretty girl. Find yourself a nice girl. Do not go for the crazy ones. Do not go for the ushbakas. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Just because you got a 10 out of 10 under your arm doesn't mean that your value goes up. It just means your life is going to suck. That's what it means. Your life is going to suck. That's what that means. Calm down. So that's a false value system. Dang. I got a whole show today. I haven't taken nicotine. I think that's the tricotine. Oh my gosh, I said tricotine? That's definitely the tricotine if I said tricotine. I wouldn't normally think of something that quick, at least on nicotine. Thinking your worth is based on how many people like you. All right? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who likes you or who doesn't. Truly, your value is not based on other people's estimation of you. All right? Me, I got what? A couple hundred followers. Some people think I'm so good. Guess what? It could all go away tomorrow. Wouldn't change who I am. Whether people value me or not is not what makes me valuable. Now your gears are turning. Now your steers are burning. Now your ears are burning. You're saying, what the hell? So people like me, not good? Hottest lady, not good? Sleep around mustard, not good? Drake! Yeah, dude. And here's another one. Thinking your worth is based on how cool you are. Now, we've talked about this before, but cool is an inversion of good. Cool is a false value system in and of itself. Cool values things like talking down to people, being aloof, being rude, acting like you're above it all, turning up your nose. That's what people think that's what cool is. Being prideful, having money, having the coolest clothing. These sorts of materialistic and mental games. The coolest people are the people who make you feel uncool when you're around them. You understand? And the way they do that is by making the people around them feel small, making the people feel like they're not good enough to be around them. You understand? Cool is pride. Cool is an inversion of actual values. Don't be cool. Be vulnerable, be nice, be normal, be happy, be sweet, and never be cool. Save yourself from cool. Cool is the satanic hierarchy. So your worth isn't based on how cool you are. Your worth isn't based on how attractive you are. Now, I'm not saying don't take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You know? As you can see, I mean, I do. As you can see with my eyebrows and my fingernails, and my teeth and my tongue, that I take very good care of myself. I think about my appearance. I think about my appearance, and then I appear. You understand? But what if I was a stinky, ugly, far side eyeball shape, wonky donkey, ugly duckling type fella? Then what? Then what? Oh, I guess I don't have value anymore? Shut up! Socrates was ugly. Socrates was a big ugly fellow. That's the first thing Google says if you search Socrates. They say he was ugly. Google's kind of a dumb little thought. Google's a slutty little sandwich. I'm not, sorry. I apologize. Google's like, he was ugly. Shut up, Google. Nobody cares what you think. We have ChatGPT now. Your value isn't based on how attractive you are. Long and short of it. That's not your value. Your value is not based on how much money you have. Take it from me. Very valuable individual over here. Super duper poor, always been super poor. Not good at making money, not smart with his finances. Hello, listener is not smart with his finances. Come to surprise you that. Your national identity, while important, is not it's not what makes you valuable. All races are valuable, all people are valuable, and God could have just as easily made you an Indian. Okay, dude? So chill out. Hey, white supremacists, our white blood, best blood! Our white blood, best blood! God could have made you an Indian, just in a sea of Indians in India. Oof. Ho, ho, ho. Hey, there's a luck and a draw. You think you did something to get here? Shut up. God could have made you a tortoise. God could have made you a tortoise with human arms. It drags himself along the beach. Like a paraplegic, kind of? Sorry. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. What I'm saying to you is this. So you're white. Shut up. Who cares? Oh, I'm white. That means I'm valuable. Shut up. Shut up. You could have been born a pond scum. You could have been born a turtle dove. You could have been born any other race. You just happen to be born this race. What do you think? Like, what do you think? Ooh. What, did you do something? Oh, did you pick the right answer and you became a white guy? You didn't do anything. You're just white. Shut up. You could have been Indian. You could have been Vietnamese. You could have been a black guy. You could have been an Aborigine. You could have been an Amazonian. You could have been anything. It's no feat of yours that you turned out to be white. So relax. Also, Asians are smarter than you. Everyone's got a build class, you know? It's like a video game. Nobody's getting too little. There's no one who just sucks. Even the ones that appear to not be bringing much to the table. Let's say, ooh, Pygmy tribe. Maybe low IQ and maybe they can't even fight too good. Yeah, but maybe they can fly. You just don't know it. Maybe they can freaking hover. You don't know. What, because you haven't seen pygmies hover? You think they can't? Maybe they don't want to show you, white boy. You guys don't ever think. You guys aren't smart. You guys aren't smart like me. You understand? You're not smart. You need to think. Freedom. Everybody thinks freedom is their value. Is that true? I do what I want. I do what I want. Freedom of speech. So I'm going to disagree with Jim Bob. Jim Bob's like, I hate freedom of speech. Jim Bob's like, I hate freedom of speech. And I'm like, bro, relax. Play my song, please. I'm like, hey, dude, relax. He's like, freedom of speech is for the weak. The strong restrict their words to a few simple 2 to 3 syllable words. You better make that sentence within 7 syllables, idiot. That's what he said yesterday on his show. I didn't tell him to say that. He just, he was on one. Jake, he was on one. Your value, this is your value. You already know. You got me to say it. You need hEllolisTENER to say it. And we're almost wrapping this up. I'm going to go hang out with y'all. Imagine if nobody's in chat. I'm like, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to hang out with y'all. And it's just crickets. Look at my face. My face looks like someone who knows he's doing a good job. Do me a favor and leave chat right now. Everybody leave chat and let's empty it out. If you are there. Let's empty chat so that when I get over there, I'm broken. Let's break me. The next segment's called Let's Break hEllolisTENER. I need that. I'm a little too confident this morning. Jake! So here's what I'm stinking saying. Your value is this. Your righteousness. Nothing else. Your humility, your love, your selflessness, That's your value. There is no other value. Every other value is going to die like the bones. It's going to be gone. There is no other value. It's all false. The only value that carries over into eternity is your righteousness, your submission to God, your dedication to doing good works, your partaking of the Eucharist, your following of church tradition and of church ritual, your following of Christ and his commandments. The spiritual transformation, because the spirit will live on. So let your spirit grow. That's what matters. Learn to love, learn to forgive, learn to repent. Because this thing is going away. This body is going away. So nurture your soul. So that when it hits them toll houses, it's like, ho, ho, ho. Ready. Ready like Freddy. Let your soul shoot up like a rocket into heaven. Because eternity is the only thing that matters. And without eternity, none of these other valuable things to you matter. It's all BS. It's all just you deluding yourself. None of it will add a single millisecond to your life. And now I'm done, dude. What are you guys up to? Oh, chat's empty. What? Oh, I forgot to open the chat thing. My bad. I'm doing it. Shut up. Come on. All right, that should do it. Is it there now? I can't win lately. Can I even win lately? Is this chat or no? Oh, that's something else. Is this chat? Hello? Maybe refresh. I can't make this. Why can't I get it to work? I had it working for like an hour. Now what? Where'd it go? What the hell, yo? Fine, I'll just open up YouTube chat over here, and I'll see what you guys are up to. Let me see what's going on Rumble chat first. You're right. I'm deluding myself by even saying that. Oh, yeah, I'm sure a whole bunch of stuff is. Shut up. And I'm sorry for stepping on Jim Bob's toes. I didn't know he was going to be streaming today. What you guys are up. But I had to go I had to go, you know. All right. We got some people here. We got some ideas being shared. Let's see. Oh, this is zoomed in really hard. All right. What are you guys saying to me? And then I got to fix my stuff. Michael Gabriel 14 hit me with the Orthodox Cross. You're back on X Premium. Yes, I am back on X Premium like a dum-dum. I don't know why I did it. I said I never would, but you know how I am. The Pajeets are the worst to work with here in California. Sorry to hear about that. Hey, my N, what's up? What's up, Forge Lloyd? What's up, Michael Gabriel? What's up, Lawrence Wainwright? Liking the vibe of this stream. Why do you think he hates you? Who are we talking about, Lawrence? We love a good day stream. Nicotine is the trickotine. TBE needs this pep talk. Toilet Bowl Earth. Being cool is just being prideful and egotistical. Real. Race isn't what you did. It's simply what you are. I couldn't have been anything else. I'm here, bro, just soaking it in, chewing on every word. LOL, so self-destructive. Why did you say that, Princess Manjanoki? Why did you say that? I'm about to take nicotine. I'm done with you people. There's none in here. What will I do? Look, I think don't take nicotine during the monologue. I think that's the name of the game. I gotta get this chat to work. I'm getting bummed out. Hello, chat. Drake? Drake? What's going on with this chat? Hey, there we go. Well, you saw it work for 1 second? Did you guys see that? It worked for 1 second. Could somebody type a dang chat? Maybe that's the problem, is y'all ain't talking. Did that work? Light a stogie like Arnold. Light a stogie like Arnold. Sick impression, solid impression. The people appreciate me. I did it, man. I freaking did it today, dude. Lawrence already knows. Lawrence, if you're here, I know you know. Because Lawrence been here. Lawrence is a bit of a day one. And he knows when it's on. When it happens, he understands. It's happening. He says, it's happening. He turns to the other kids and he goes, it's happening. And you're right, Lawrence. It is happening. The show's back. hElloLiSTENER is here to stay. hElloLiSTENER is against the gays. hElloLiSTENER is not gay for pay. hElloLiSTENER is here to stay. I don't know why that's such a homosexual-centric chant, but I'm just repeating what you guys invented. Maybe you guys are gay. Drake? Drake? All right, so now what? I don't even see nothing popping up over here. I just poured my heart out. For what? For what? Drake? For what, Jim Bob? Jim Bob is my Drake. You know what I mean? All right, fine. Nobody's talking. Guess what? It's a fight. When did you do this to your stream, the new setup? When I saw Leslie's stream and I decided to steal every single thing I saw. And I'm not even going to lie to you. No, my stream used to look a lot more like this. But I kind of dialed it back because I was like streamlining it. And then I saw Leslie's stream and I was like, that's incredible. I want to do more things again. And I might stop because I'm looking at it. I'm like, this might be a bit of visual overload. Even though I think it's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. What do you guys think? Oh, play the Leslie clip? That's a good idea. Thank you, Princess Mononoke. Do you understand that joke? Princess Mononoke? Except she's Princess Mononoke, which is a type of thing to eat. What would you do, Forge Lloyd? What do you mean, Forge Lloyd? What are you saying to me? I think it looks so pretty. And if it comes down to it and you really need to see what I'm doing so hard, I'll make it possible for you. I'll make it do it for you good. I'll make it do it for you so good. So I was on a couple shows. I was on Leslie's show yesterday. Why? Know his full name. Let me know his full name. Because this is rude. And I really... Dude, he's funny. That guy's funny. He's not just talented, he's funny. He was cracking me up like a little schoolgirl. Like I was hanging out with an older boy who was cooler than me. 62 views on World War III. Oh yeah, I also released this yesterday. What am I doing? Leslie what? What's the last word? Leslie, Tanner? Oh, like Jesse. Oh, like a Tanner? Like Full House? Oh, now I get it. Leslie Tanner. Why do you think Jim Bob... Hey, Jim Bob doesn't hate me. I'm Jim Bob's favorite streamer. Actually, let me change my description. Let me change my description on my channel to Jim Bob's favorite channel. That's a good idea. Jim Bob's favorite show. He doesn't hate me. But I felt like I pushed too far. A lot of what I say is just a bit. A lot of what I say is a bit. But I did feel guilty after asking Jim Bob, after he already blessed me so good by telling everyone to follow me, and they did. For me to then say, play my music, Jim Bob. I felt dirty, I felt ugly, I felt shameful, I felt sad, I felt mad, I felt bad. And I had to sit there and wrestle with the demons of my own bad behavior for hours on end. And they lasted until the evening prayers. You don't become an insanely good, stupid comedian. Which I only found out I was a couple months ago after doing the show for a while. Without just a lot of self-hatred. Just a hefty dose of self-hatred. That's great timing. I like that. I almost said namaste. He tried to get me to say namaste. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And he said, why? He said, say it back. And he seemed to get upset with me. He seemed to get upset with me. And I was like, it's an ancient Hindu curse. I'm not going to say that. Yeah, I know I said that. I know he said that, Lawrence. I just say stuff. I just say stuff. It's okay, Lawrence. Hey, it's chill, Lawrence. I was making a joke. I don't think he hates me, though he hasn't shown up to my stream today, but he is streaming. So that could be something. That could be part of it. And I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let it beat me. Take us out to the park? I'm not the new Jim Bob. I'm old hEllolisTENER. I'm old hEllolisTENER. Welcome to my commune. I get first pick on all the women. Including your wife. That's what most people do with communes. Hey, God told me that I have to sleep with your wife. That's what David Koresh did. Come live with me. In fact, here's what he said. Come out and live in a religious community in a beautiful place out in the country. That's what he said. And everybody came and they was like, hey guys, God told me that I'm supposed to sleep with your wife. Also your daughter. They're like, okay, he is Jesus. He is the second coming of Jesus. That's what they believed. Cool. Cool job. Were you ever a bear? Do you mean gay? No, I was never a gay. Do you mean an animal? No, because I'm not animorphs. I'm just a person. Do I have bear-like qualities? If you mean gay, no. If you mean like an actual bear, yes, and it has been said many times. David Koresh. Who's Dennis Koresh? And Princess Manjonoki says, Dennis Koresh is David Koresh. The Branch Davidians, Waco, Texas, 1994, I think. All right, so I did Leslie Tanner's show. I think that guy's a genius. I'm not even going to hold him. I think he's a genius. And I think he's hysterical. And I think I annoyed him. Now, him I think I annoyed. Because I refused to say namaste to him. No, I was never a follower of Owen Benjamin. Sorry. Imagine that. Oh, you saw the call? It's lovely. It was pretty funny. And I might play it on my show, and I might also play my my time with Provo on the show today. You know, I did my stuff. I already did all my stuff. Yeah, see, yeah, he was annoyed. Oh, but it was funny. I said that I wouldn't say it, and my wife is in the other room dying laughing. And everyone in the chat loved me. They were like, he's so charming. I was like, charming? I'm charming? Is that why people like me? I'm charming? And they couldn't even hear me. And I sounded out of breath and fat on the phone. I sounded wheezy, fat, and out of breath, and everybody's like, he's charming. I didn't know. Now I know I'm charming. Thanks, guys. But Twitch is a bunch of transgenders, I'm pretty sure, so who cares what they think. All right, let's play the clip. Leslie Tanner. Let me plug in my headphones. I was on his show. And I'll call back. I'll call a bunch of times because I'm a fan of the guy. I'll call until he doesn't let me anymore, and I think that'll come soon. Because I think I'm stepping on his toes a little bit by just not being chill. I don't know. Am I chill?
Other than my materials, you found some structure other than the materials that I've given you? Okay. Yeah. Sounds funny. No, that sounds like shit.
way.
Yeah, that sounds bad. Are using empathy. We're going to look at the other side of the coin. Brenwe been with Doofus Dusseldorf for Papa, and then we love that. Yeah, you keep it up though. And you know, a lot of, not all the time, but a lot of the time they're like, be closer to the next level than this.
I'm going to be fat with my words.
Really
I thought
that
that part
yeah,
was
you
funny.
keep it up though. That you called in, hello listener, truly. Before we even get into the theme,
All right.
find us at YouTube.
Here we
How
go.
did you just go
I'm
to
gonna
YouTube
put chat
live,
over
or was
here.
it on your front page, or what happened?
I think Slow Boy showed me it.
Slow Boy. Okay, so you were connected through Slow Boy. I like my red
Yeah.
promiscuous, says PhilZ74. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she actually shouted me out in the super chat that glitched up earlier.
Oh yes. Yes, I remember. So Slow Boy. How did Slow Boy find it then?
Slow Boy finds everything.
So Slow Boy's-
Every new artist, every underground.
Lawrence is not amused.
Kinda creator.
So Slow Boy's
She's
got
tapped in.
her ears to the ground,
Yeah, she's tapped in.
listening, wide open, listening, ready and hungry for
Yeah.
more. Oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, that's an asset. That's an asset of a friend to have, right?
Yeah, she's a great friend. And
Somebody
I love her.
who's just like, oh, you should check this out, because you know it's so easy. The internet is such a parade of dog shit. It's difficult to penetrate these algorithms, these godless algorithms. So somebody who's able to do it is that's a good.
To be true to you, Slow Boy with the ears. To be true to you, Princess Manjanoki showed me the channel, but she said, I don't know if she got from Slow Boy or from Provo, but shout outs to Provo as well. I miss him. I don't know where he went. Provo shared my channel a couple days ago. So did NPC the Game, who's black. And here we go.
Quality of a friend.
Seriously, because they'll just shovel crap down your throat all day. You'll never actually find anything worth watching. So I'm glad I found your stuff.
Absolutely. I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so glad that you called in. Hello, listener, truly. Before we even get into the theme, though, already you've inspired a couple of communal visions. Real quick.
Is that loud enough for everybody? Is that okay? Because I don't want to mess with my settings. Is it loud enough? Say yes. Say you can hear it fine and you don't need me to F with anything, please. Please say that to me. Actually, maybe I can. Nope. Please just say yes. Okay, sounds good.
So this first one's from Larry Picklejar. Caller, how does it feel to be on a shitty live streaming platform like YouTube?
Is he asking me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It makes me, well, it's easier to understand than Twitch, and I'm just glad they haven't kicked me off yet.
There we go. You know what? I think the rules are a little bit lax over at YouTube because it's like bigger.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like more sensitive in some ways, but I've seen some heinous shit in chats over at YouTube Live that would never fly on Twitch.
Yeah, recently it seems like they've let up a little, and people like me are getting through a little more. It's
beautiful.
We'll see how long it lasts.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, you keep it up though. Keep it
I
up.
like him.
You're a freedom. You're a freedom
Lawrence,
fighter.
I like him. I think he's hysterical. He's really good on his feet. He's good on his toes. And the artfulness of his show, the vision, is inspiring.
In the comment section.
Nice.
Little ISIS, little Patriot Stormfront. You know what I mean? Little freedom fighters. Night Year cheering 100.
Yeah, I've dealt with this too, Forge Lloyd. I've tried to type all sorts of things in the chat that they won't let me. And I apologize that you can't do that. Find a way to creatively say what you mean. And we're here for you, and we're waiting to see what you got to say. And this is cool hair. And Toilet Bowl, who I like to call Terlet, recommended that I get an Anton Chigurh haircut, and I've really been I've been thinking about it. You think I'm funnier? Thank you, man. Do you think I'm funnier than Shane Gillis and who's that fat gay guy? Tim the tool man Tim, you know that fat guy, Long Island guy? Everybody list in the chat all the people that you think I'm funnier than.
Bits and coming in with a communal vision. Before that one, we have one from Phil Z. Says, I like... Oh, we did that one. Okay, so tonight, hello, listener, we are... it feels bad to be less than. It feels bad to be less than. Now, were you excited to call in? Oh, communal vision before we even get to that. Nightyear says, hey, caller, based on your quick wit, I could have guessed you are from YouTube.
How could he already tell that I was quick-witted? I don't even think I did anything.
That's weird.
Oh, my red lipstick thing. Oh, you guys missed that part. Earlier in the thing, I guess I started halfway through. What was I saying? He said something about a microphone. Somebody said that he needs to get a sexy microphone. And he goes, what's a sexy microphone? And I was like, a red one. And he goes, yes, like a, and he said the S word, SLUTTY. Slow boy with the honest answer. Slow boy giving it to me straight. Straight. And we like straight here. Slow boy is not giving it to me gay. And that's a play on straight. I just wanted to show you my chops. I'm a fat guy in Alaska. Earlier I said, and then he said something about SLUT. And I caved, and I said, yes. He's like, what color is like the most sexy color? And I said, and I'm going to say it one more time, and no more curses, and I hope you'll forgive me. I said, slut red. And he goes, I think he laughed, actually. And then he came up with a really funny bit. He was like, yeah, I should start a makeup line. And he goes, it'll be whore red, whore, and he thinks, he goes, whore blue. They're all just named whore. I was dying. That's funny. Start a makeup line. And every product is just called whore red, whore blue, whore purple. That's funny as hell, dude. That's so funny.
Is everyone on YouTube witty?
Travcam, Magnetic Llama, also at YouTube. No. Well, you know, somebody lobbed a thing.
Funnier than Tim Heidecker. Oh yeah, Tim Heidecker. The Judaism just spills out of the guy. He can't help himself. He can't help himself. I watched his takedown of Kill Tony, and you can see ultimate nihilism deep within the Judaic soul. Deep within the Judaic soul is an ultimate nihilism that conquers every sense of value and goodness. Because it starts off, he's making fun of Kill Tony, and rightly so. Kill Tony's a bit of a douche. And by the end of it, he had to turn it into this, like, everything's evil, and it was just, like, flesh and maggots and stuff like that. And it was like, I get it, dude. I get it. Oh, so deep. You could just see it. And I think I said, my comment was very Jewish.
Live that hangs out in the chat and starts talking to us about, I think he got pissed off because I talked shit about YouTube Live and called it a flea market where people were selling like handfuls of their own poop or something. And he said something, he said, fuck you, I like YouTube Live. At least I'm not like, or he said something to the effect that, you know, Twitch is full of theater kid douchebags.
You want me to make it more visible?
So I think there's a tension. I think there is this growing opinion in some ways among some people that YouTube chat is funnier than the Twitch chat.
YouTube's funny. I don't know enough about Twitch. I streamed on there a couple of years ago, and it was just me and a bunch of people playing like Fortnite, and I was like, maybe this isn't the place, but maybe it's gotten better over the years.
It is. It's a weird place. It can be intimidating. It can be intimidating.
Do they recommend creators now, or is it because like the homepage was always just video games, and then you could find out who was playing a video game? Do they actually?
I'm not sure who you're talking about. Forge Lloyd.
recommend
like people that are actually doing things that are interesting now?
Sometimes. It depends on what your definition of interesting is, though, I think.
This.
If interesting, like, largely speaking...
This is funny.
If interesting means, like, not interesting, then, yeah, you're going to find a lot of creators being recommended on the front page. You're going to have no shortage of that. But, yes, though, every once in a while, I do see someone doing something weird.
Who's Leslie? Who, Leslie?
And making themselves laugh.
This is easy. This is easier than just ranting for 20 minutes. I got to learn to get good at this part. Jim Bob's really good at this. I was watching a show yesterday. He'll play clips, and then he'll pause the clip, and then he'll say a thing. He'll say a funny thing, and then I'll go back to the clip. Incredible. Truly incredible. I gotta get better at it because I just am sitting here like think about other stuff.
Unique way that does, you know, I don't know. The algorithm isn't completely dead. Ninja New says, "Caller, do you think you are better than me?"
No.
Real quick, super chat from Trav Cam. Trav Cam says, "Uck you, I am not impressed by YouTube Live." Trav Cam saying, "Uck you, I am not impressed by YouTube Live."
Does that just go for all YouTubers who are live? Is that just a blanket statement about every one of us? Or
you know, it's hard. It's hard.
Which ones? Tim Heidecker? Yeah, Tim Heidecker. He's the guy who did Tim and Eric. Great job. Whatever. Great job. And I remember when he first came out, or they first came out, and people were like, I had a friend who thought they were the funniest thing ever, and I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was a lot of gross humor. It was very Amish. Amish people think poopy and dirty stuff and gross out stuff and sex stuff is super funny. And I'm not saying that there's no place for it, but they really focus on it. That's like that's their wheelhouse, is being gross. They do it in their art, they do it in their music, and they do it in their comedy. And it's because there's something deeply wrong with them. There's something deeply wrong with the Amish people. It's why they can't seem to just chill out and let live. They have to invade and subvert and destroy everything around them because there's something deeply wrong with them. And that doesn't mean they can't be redeemed. They can become Christians, but as it stands, they hate Christ.
I can't make a whole lot of sense of YouTube Live. I wish there was something like the Twitch front page for YouTube where I could see who is actually streaming. Framward says YouTube is gay. Any response?
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. I'm not really like a defender of YouTube. I'm just on there. You're on there too.
It's not. Yeah, we're getting heated in the chat right now. We're getting heated.
I don't represent.
That was a fake laugh. I thought we were like, I couldn't see him. So I thought we were having a moment, but I don't think you can have a genuine moment with this guy. I think it's all a sham. I thought we were laughing together as friends, but I'm stupid. I'm very gullible, and I have a need to connect with people that I'm constantly fighting off, you know? I have a friend who's just like me, except to the umpteenth degree, and you see him, he just wants to connect, and it's just so clear. He's like, oh, let's find common ground. And people are like, you know, some people don't really like that, you know? And so I see his behavior, and I'm always trying to fight it down. I'm always like, don't connect with people. Just don't. But I thought we were laughing together, and then I watched it back, and that's a fake laugh. He's just doing a thing. Don't put the program out on Front Street. You told me to play this clip, dude. You told me to play this clip, slow boy. I'm playing this clip at your behest.
YouTube, but I'm just a guy who is on it.
No. We got a communal vision coming in. One more. You're just very inspiring, everybody. We're 10 minutes into a call. We haven't even
look. Everybody likes me. I love him. Disarmingly charming. Hello, disarmingly charmingly. Little old me. Hello, listener.
What? Yeah, I sorry, somebody just knocked on my door. Maria, can you get the door?
That's creepy. That's spooky. TravCam0 says, Twitch lets me say fuck you. Twitch lets me say the F word.
Well, you shouldn't say the F word, though.
There you go.
It's a bad word.
What do you think about that, TravCam? You shouldn't say the F word. Shots fired back. Okay, so enough of this. Let's get into the theme real quick. We only got a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Well, no, I don't think... No, I was just saying in that laugh. That laugh. I thought we were connecting and we weren't.
Feels bad to be less than. How are you less than?
Oh, in so many ways, Leslie. And it honestly hurts. You know, I'm 41. Yeah. I'm 41. I'm a big fat guy. And the energy.
Strike one, strike two.
Yeah. Well, here's the third. I can't seem to get my energy up. And so I constantly am taking different combinations of chemicals, vitamins, amino acids, and always trying to perfect the cocktail that will make me the me that I think I am. And it's very hit or miss, and I never know who I'm going to be each day.
Slow boy, I get the comedy. I think it's good. I like it. Bro said low T.
41, great big fat guy, and the gulf between you and the you that you think you can be or are is so vast, and you are tortured, in a state of torture.
Yeah, it's nigh incrossable.
Wow, and maybe this is maybe.
I just kind of wanted him to break. I kind of wanted to make him laugh. My goal was to try and make him laugh. If I could get him to crack and start laughing, and that's the only thing I want to do. I want to get on the show, and I want to play along, but I want to get him to laugh.
The most bleak ways that you can be less than yourself in your own mind.
Yeah, that's how it hurts.
Because that is a true spiritual tragedy.
Thank you.
You know, what's the you like in your head that you just are not?
Just a little skinnier and with a lot more pizzazz. You know, I don't know where the pizzazz went, Leslie. I don't know what happened to it.
You used to have it and it's gone.
Yeah, the 41's fine because that's just going to happen.
Sure, of course.
But the pizzazz is, you know, I want it on tap. You know, I want it on tap. I want Costco cases of it, and I get it. You know, they ration it out.
Interesting. So you're upset you don't got the pizzazz. You're upset you don't have the energy. You're upset that you're just a little fatter than you'd like to be. And you don't even want to be skinny. I'm not hearing you say you want to be ripped, that you want to be like a mountain climber, that you want to be a Hemsworth or such one of these such figures. You're just looking to just kind of maybe let's pull down the BMI a little bit.
Yeah, I still want to be imposing because I'm scared of everyone. And so if you're imposing, people don't try anything. But I don't want to be weighed down. You know what I mean?
Right. You know what the saddest part to me about what you're describing?
What, Leslie?
Is how utterly achievable, it should be. You're not a pie in the sky. You're not one of these people like, like doing freak ration stuff where you're like fasting or you're, for days on end, or you're only, sucking on bone marrow for weeks on end, or it's one of these psychos. You're just saying, can I just get a little skinnier and have a little more energy? That is such a reasonable thing, and that you are blocked from attaining it is even worse than if you were just no, I want to be a muscle guy, but I'm fat.
Yeah. Well, who's blocking me though? That's what I want you to help me with.
Wow. There's the question. Night Year says, try some meth, you fucking loser. Any response to that?
I'm shocked.
It's shocking. It's shocking to hear that kind of stuff, but not without its own logic.
Meth?
I mean, it would do it, right?
I mean, there's an internal logic to meth, but I don't think there's an external logic to meth.
Well, logic that gets you there, you mean?
No, once you're there, I think meth starts making a whole lot of sense. Once you're doing meth, I think meth starts really making sense. But outside of actually doing it,
I think he almost broke there. I think he almost laughed.
I don't think it makes sense.
I mean, the getting there is it's got logic. As a mental health professional, I got to say I've seen this logic play out. I've seen the logic of how terrible someone's life can be, and just
I didn't hear that part.
Kind of just
sucking on bone marrow,
hitting meth. They're addictive, and a lot of not
see.
All the time,
I knew it.
I
almost made him laugh. That's my goal.
Right to be able to.
I'm gonna keep calling into his show and just trying to get him to laugh. He's either gonna hate me because he did seem a little annoyed. He's either gonna hate me or I'm gonna get him to crack. And maybe that's not in the spirit of the game. But I have my own game. I'm playing my own game. And my goal is to make Leslie laugh. Just literally crack. It would make me really happy if I could pull that off. So that's my job.
Conceptualize their impulses and feel and think through them. They're just kind of they have a shitty life. They're not that smart, and they just do dumb shit that destroys the rest of their life. That was already pretty bad. There's a little bit of a logic, but here, listen. This is I don't think if I thought meth was going to work for you, I'd tell you to do meth, but I don't think it's for you. I'm going to be honest.
It's kind of a drastic solution to a not so big problem.
He's trying to lose 20 pounds. All right, he's trying to lose 20 pounds, and he probably has a vitamin B deficiency. He doesn't need to do meth. All right, I appreciate the spirit of that though. Real quick, we got a bunch of messages coming in. Larry Pickle Jar with a testimonial
I thought so too.
From YouTube.com.
Slow boy.
I actually love YouTube. So you really flipped. You kind of you converted him. You did conversion therapy. Larry
that was
Pickle
the
Jar.
same guy who said he hated YouTube?
Yeah, he said it sucks and it's shitty, and now he says he loves it.
Thanks. Wow. That's great. That makes me feel good.
And then we got TravCam Zero with a communal vision from Twitch. Caller, every cop, teacher, parent, doctor, role model who's ever told you that meth is bad is doing meth every single morning. Wake up.
Wow. Well, I was on meth most of my life, but it was called Adderall. And I don't like that stuff.
That's true.
It made me a robot person.
It is that is, it's kind of funny how they say good over here, bad over here as far as meth and Adderall is concerned. So, well, listen, I am not here to solve your problem. I'm here to discuss it feels bad to be less than. Now, first and foremost, I have no idea whether a solution to this problem that you have. I don't know if it's ever going to come to you. It very well might not. You might be a great big fat guy with low energy, haunted by your specter of a self that should be within reach, and somehow through your own inadequacy and the universe conspiring against you, just might not ever happen.
That's so good. You understand? That's part of humor, is being able to say a sentence like that. You know what I mean? Does that mean meth wouldn't do it for me because I was on Adderall as well? Don't do meth. Forge Lloyd, let's not even entertain the notion. Don't do meth. Don't do Adderall. Just pray. And go to church. And let what comes come. Say, whatever will be, will be. It's in God's hands. And I will struggle to be the man I'm meant to be till the rest of my days are over. That's your job. A lot of the things that make people want to do crack, smack, dope, smoke, coke, joke, and crystal meth is the feeling like they need to be doing more. But a lot of the thing that makes you want to feel like you have to do more is a society that has lost sight of itself and thinks that your capitalistic output is your value. And I think we've covered that that is not your value. Your value is how good you are. Your value is in your continued struggle against your sinful nature, against the passions, and against the illusions of the world. I guess spanking if I did Adderall. Idea Fire from Slowboy. I'm pretty sure that's Lightbulb Idea Fire.
That's hard. That's a hard truth, Leslie.
Right, exactly. So, let me tell you though. This is ground zero, like we talked to Peppercorn. Peppercorn Patty said, I understand that losing is a part of the program. Losing is an avenue to the next level. Now, if you are this great big fat guy, you might actually be closer to the next level than this skinnier, higher energy guy. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. How?
Well, we got to talk about that next time because right now I think you've got your work cut out for you. I think your homework right now is to feel bad about yourself, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Leslie.
All right. Of course. Of course. Well, namaste to you, hello, listener. I really appreciate you calling us up tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. My pleasure. Namaste.
That back.
Say it back. Say namaste back.
I already said the S word for you, Leslie. I don't like curses.
Namaste is not a curse. I don't. What do you mean? The S word.
It's an ancient Hindu curse. I said SLUT. I don't want to say that.
Slut. Sluts are people too.
Yeah, but it's a bad word.
You're at YouTube. You can say you could go crazy.
Yeah, I want to practice self-restraint. How am I going to lose weight if I'm going to be fat with my words?
All right, this is your journey.
See, I thought that would make a laugh. I got to lose weight. How am I going to lose weight if I'm going to be fat with my words? I thought that was funny. But that was the point where I think Leslie is mad at me.
All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Namaste to you, hello listener. Namaste.
Namaste.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my segment on. That was my call in to that show, to Leslie Turner's show. Okay. Thank you, Princess Manjanochi. Nah, I missed that. Yeah, I was like, nah, to that. No, yeah. Because I just didn't want to say it. I'll say it now, but I didn't want to say it for real. Like saying it to a person. I'm not doing no Indian crap. You can't make me do Indian crap. The Indians do enough crap. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, speaking of which, let me show you guys something. This is funny. What am I doing? Oh, I got you. I got you. This is funny to me. You guys laugh too. Ready to laugh? Become ready to laugh. Get your energy up. Do a couple shakes. I want to hear it. I know that you guys aren't mic'd up, but I want to hear you laughing through America. It's not that funny. Okay, somebody said, and this is a serious news guy, he said, breaking, Indian warships en route to assist the military. Things are escalating. And I said, can confirm. Wait, what did I say? I said, can confirm this ship is clearly from India. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you guys get the joke? Tell me if you get the joke. Tell me, say you get it. I'm not leaving till you say you get my joke. I said, can confirm this ship is definitely from India. Say that you get it? Or say that you don't get it? Do you get it? Say that you do or say that you don't? Get it? Guys? Say that you do or that you don't get it? My wife says she gets it. Everybody, welcome my wife to the chat. Everybody say, hi. Sir, please, one more dollop of creamy goop, sir. And now I've done a bad thing. I've done a racist thing. You need to look at the screen to get it. I showed you the screen. This is the screen. Do you get it? Guys? Guys? I'm not going to give up on asking if you get it. I'm starting to get sad. All right. Well, since we're here, since we're at Twitter, let me see what's cracking over here. Let me see what's cracking over here. Oh, the Chinese lady. The Chinese lady who said the N-word, the Chinese Shiloh. I called her Shiloh Main. Clap. I called her Shiloh Main. Do you get it? She was arrested by Chinese authority and forced to apologize. So China's out. China's out of the question for me. I thought that maybe we'd be safe in China, but no one is based and nowhere is safe. So I thought you should know that. Andre 3000 wore a piano. And, you know, I was thinking him and Jaden Smith, you know, all we need is a couple more black guys to wear furniture. And I think we can get ourselves a fully furnished home. Jaden Smith has a house on his head, signifying that he's a house nigga. Andre 3000 is carrying a piano for a white man. Signifying that he's ready to return to the old ways. Carrying heavy stuff for us. I think it would be fulfilling. But that's just me. This dude went in on Charlie Kirk. Oh, I should open this on Twitter or on Firefox because Firefox, my audio isn't messed up. Is that actually real? Did they lock her up with the prod and make her apologize? Yeah, they did. They hurt Shiloh Main. They made her apologize to black people. As if that ever did anything. As if apologizing to black people made them be like, okay, now we like you. Hey, China, don't fall into that trap. Never back down. Never surrender. It doesn't matter if you apologize. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't change anything. They're just like, Okay, you apologize, but you still racist. You still bad. In fact, your apology is racist for some reason. Let's see this.
Here to serve them. The Talmud states that Jews are the chosen people, and all non-Jews are goyim, here to serve them. You are a Christian who's clearly serving the Jews, defending Zionism with all you got. But you also believe Jesus is a rabbinic Jew in heaven when you know the Talmud states he's in hell burning in feces.
What do you think Charlie Kirk's going to say to that? We asked for reparations, not apologies. Well, guess what we asked? We didn't. All right, bud? Didn't ask.
Okay, so you're a Talmudic expert, right? Which Talmud is that in? Jerusalem or Babylonian?
I'm talking about Jerusalem, sir.
Oh, that's the Jerusalem, which actually is not as divinely inspired. Which one's long?
He said not as divinely inspired. That one's not divinely inspired. Is the other one divinely inspired? I don't think any of the Talmuds are divinely inspired, Charlie Kirk. Kind of a weird thing to say. That's kind of a weird thing to say.
And how long is?
Also, you got reparations. You got like 200, or you got like 40 years of Section 8, money from the government. What's that thing? Food stamps, the other thing. You got all that. You got reparations. If we stop paying you for your life, your people would collapse in an instant. You're literally propped up by white tax dollars. So go ahead, pat yourself on the back for not recognizing the reality that you live in. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back for not realizing the reality you live in. Go ahead. Go ahead and continue to spit in the face of the people who subsidize your existence.
Don't look at your phone. Look at me in the eye.
Oh, yo, what is it with the Amish types trying to be tough guys lately? Look me in the eye. Charlie Kirk, this guy will ruin you. This is a Latino masculine gentleman, and he'll ruin you, Charlie. He'll fix your teeth. You know what I'm saying? David Portnoy's doing it too. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. I'm going to get these kids. I told him, ain't no way you're coming back from this. I'm going to destroy you. Don't worry, people. I'm on it. You guys saw that? Somebody held up a sign in one of David Portnoy's clubs or whatever, and it said, F the Jays. And now he's like gone on like a mission, like a Michael Rappaport apoplectic mission to destroy these teens, to destroy these college kids' lives. And he's saying it like, don't worry, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get you. Like anybody was worried. Don't worry, people, I'm going to get them. I'm sick of these fake Amish tough guys. If you were tough, you wouldn't kill kids. If you were tough, you wouldn't be hurt by words. If you're tough, you wouldn't be Dawood Portly.
No, come on. You said that I'm a tool of the Jews, so look at me in the eye like a man.
Oh my gosh. Stop acting tough, Charlie. I could beat you up, Charlie. Yo, Charlie, shut up.
Who? I mean, do you support Israel?
Yes, of course I do. Yes.
Okay,
Yes, of course I do.
But
There's not going to be a lot of people cheering soon. Keep it up. Keep it up.
that's another thing. You're an advocate for the military in America.
Hold on, time out.
But then you agree with Israel's war crimes. What's up with that?
Oh, war crimes. We'll get into that, but let's be more specific.
Yeah.
What is your point here of dragging up a multi-thousand-year text that you don't know, that you haven't read?
I mean, it's
you
your
have not
religion.
even. Have you
You're gonna
purchased the
agree with
Talmud?
it.
Have you read the Talmud? What is the Talmud? Tell me the difference between the Torah, the Tanakh, and the Talmud. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
But
That's pretty important. Time out.
That's
Oh, leftist tactics. Kind of get them in the weeds. You'd be like, oh, black people commit more crimes. And they're like, cite your sources. Have you actually gone to a statistics class? You are not allowed to speak on this. You are your understanding of these situations is not good enough for you to be able to speak on them. Be quiet until you're an expert. Be quiet until you're a rabbi. You cannot talk about the Talmud unless you yourself are a rabbi.
So what you did is you cherry-picked something on the internet that makes Jews look bad, but you can't tell me the difference
As if they needed help.
between the Torah and the...
They literally control the airwaves and do everything they can to make themselves look good to the Gentiles. And they still look bad. They can't help themselves from looking bad. They're crawling out of freaking tunnels, dummy.
Tanakh and the
I'm
Talmud.
not trying to make the Jews look
No,
bad.
no, but
What
no,
I'm
no,
trying to tell
this
you-
is ridiculous. This is for clickbait. Let me tell you the difference. The Torah is the books that we as Christians acknowledge. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, the most holy scriptures in Judaism. The Tanakh is also our Old Testament, right? That's Joshua, Judges, 1st and 2nd Kings, Hezekiah, Nehemiah, Ezekiel. The Talmud are rabbinic debates spanning over 500 years, of which there's the Babylonian and the Jerusalem Talmud. The Babylonian is actually more inspired. It's 2.5 million words. The Jerusalem is lesser inspired. And they...
It's Michael Rappaport. What do you call that, Forge Lord? You call it fake tough guy. You call it fake rich tough guy. Rich guys acting like they're tough. That's what you call it. Michael Rappaport, David Portnoy, Charlie Kirk. It's fake tough guy is what it is. Look me in the eye and tell me I'm a tool. You're a tool. You're a tool, Charlie Kirk. You're a tool, Charlie Kirk. How many times do I got to say it? Are those your real eyes?
disagree
Would you like me to look into your third eye?
on all sorts of stuff, and they pick it up. Those are people that would they say, well, I
that's why
disagree
I'm
with that.
asking you if
No,
you
but hold on
agree
a
or
second.
not.
But it's very important. You don't even know the stuff that you're bringing up to this event.
That's why I'm asking you.
No,
do
no,
you
no, no.
agree?
It's really important because what you're trying is like this context. You're a tool of the
It's
Jews,
just-
and I read this thing. But
it's
let's
just
just make
a-
this.
Spurging out. Just sputtering and spurging. Na-da-da-da-da-da. Destiny style spurg out. No, I'm not going to let you talk because you're like doing this thing where you're like, you're bringing up these like 2016 talking points, and it's like, are we serious right now? It's been 10 years, and you're still talking like some sort of some sort of storm the Capitol QAnon retard. It's like it's like you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even have sources.
Very clear.
Sir, it's an agree to a disagreement. I'm not here
It's
to
not agree to
argue.
disagreement.
Do you
It's
agree
very
with what
clear.
he
Is
said
that
or not?
you don't even know the stuff you're bringing up to me.
This is all ad hominem, by the way. He's not addressing the argument at all. He's simply telling them, you're not allowed to argue because you're a bad person and you're stupid. Cool. Very based.
Make
So
someone
that's why
look
I'm
bad.
asking you, do you agree or disagree so I can
Of
be
course, I
knowledgeable on it?
disagree with rabbinic
There you
Judaism.
go.
I'm a
So-
Christian.
so-
Jesus is the solution.
You
I hope every
mastered
Jew
this-
gives their life
Jesus is the solution. I mean, he's not wrong. Seemed kind of weird.
to Christ.
All right. You heard it here first. All right. I'm not going to just sit here and watch clips. And chat has screeched to a halt. Did I get reported? What happened? Where's chat? What's going on? I only got 3 people watching. You heard it here first. 4 people watching. Your assessment of how Charlie Kirk has been trained is spot on. Thank you, Slow Boy. All right, look, I'm going to take a quick break. Not a lot of people watching. I'm angry. Bagel tactics. I'm angry. I'm angry at you for not being here, for not watching hard enough. You have to watch harder. Don't report me. I'm pretty sure end the login probably, what did it do? He probably reported me, which is a weak tactic, which itself is a bagel tactic. But you guys don't care. Oh, now people are watching, and now now I'm happy. And now I'm not going to take a break. If that number goes down to 3, I'm taking a break. Okay, it's going up to 7. All right, I'm happy. I like you. I like you and you like me. What should I do with my show? Should I make music? Should I watch the clip of Provo? Or should I keep going through Twitter? Oh, now there's 8. Kings and princes. Hello, my Martin Luther Kings and my Princess Dianas. The numbers are never accurate. The numbers may not be accurate, but they still affect me, okay? I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive artist. What should I do with my show? I did a great monologue. I did a great show. The energy was on point. I drank the exact amount of C4s that I needed to make it happen. And now I don't know what to do with myself. Should I just be quiet? Now 10 people are watching. Okay, everything's wonderful. I'm very happy. But I don't know what to do next. Music? What music? I had an idea for a show. I was thinking if I do another show this week, it's going to be this. I'm going to stop looking at the numbers now because I'm happy with them and I don't want to see them again. The Provo clip is me and Provo talking. We're just highlighting. I've been out and about, broski. Actually, we should play my new music video, right? We should do that. It recommended with them, and I don't want to. And I wasn't even signed in. And I lost a subscriber. I'm assuming it's the guy who told me that he was black, and he hates me for being white and not giving him more money. Literally, that's what he said. For the record, here's what he said. We don't want your apologies. We want more of your money. That's what he said. We asked for reparations, not apologies. You got reparations. You got more reparations than anybody ever did anywhere ever. Okay? You just don't know how to leave well enough alone. And so you will cease to have well enough. All right, here's my new music video. I think it's pretty okay.
Man, I didn't make it.
Maybe I should fix the display for a second. There we go.
Need a job if I was famous. You should be home raising my babies. Instead you out slaving for a paycheck. I could blame the synagogue of Satan, but what's the benefit of blaming? Thank God we connected to the sacred. Bodies fly, but our spirits elevated. Keep on praying, keep on praying, keep on praying. Yeah, I don't care what happens no more. Long as I got you, I'm okay, babe. Maria, the moonlight glows. Wonder what the moonlight's saying.
I'm walking backwards.
So close you can taste it. Dead and John, forever at the shrubs, the end of an era. We enter, hoping for the best, but knowing our world's dead and falling. What can you do?
Thank you, guys.
Muslims raping little girls. Europe turn to third world. Third World War unfurls. It's the world when the world's hurt. Abortion rallies in the streets. Women treating children like they're meat. Jews pitting you against me. Looking like it's World War III. I ain't mad, but I ain't playing. Tired of these demons getting famous. Demonic curses on the playlist. So stupid, why would you say Satan? All they preach is hatred. It's like they speak a different language. They justify their wickedness with anguish. Say I'm in pain, I'm allowed to be flagrant. Then they call you a racist for not enjoying the invasion. Don't mean nothing to me. I pay no mind to the Masons. I'm focused on salvation. So go ahead, do your worst, I could take it. Hope it was worth the payment. Hope it was worth Hades, dead and just, forever Atlas shrugs, the end of an era. We enter, hoping for the best, but knowing our world's dead and falling. What can you do? Muslims raping little girls. Europe turn to third world. Third World War run first. It's the world when the world's hurt. Abortion rallies in the streets. We be treating children like they're meat. Jews pitting you against me. Looking like it's World War III.
So yeah, I released that yesterday. Thank you, everybody, for liking it. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for liking my song. All right. Let me take a quick break, stretch my legs, and then we'll see what we're going to get into. I have an idea for my next show. I didn't say it. Here's my idea for my next show. I want to do, if I do another show this week, and I might, we'll see how the week plays out. But if I do another show this week, it's going to be a gimmick show, but it's going to be fun for me. And what it is I'm going to allow clips in my channel. I'm going to try and enable it so you can post YouTube videos in the chat. I know that, I know that mods can, but I don't think the rest of you can. If one of you wants to try, go ahead. Toys checked in movie edition. I don't know, that the editing is like Mason Newell Toys checked in movie edition. Yeah. All right, here's my point. If somebody wants to try posting a YouTube thing in a YouTube URL in the chat, you can. If you're not a mod, and I can see if it works now. I don't think it will. But I'm going to see if I can enable it in my next show. And what I want to do is I'm going to, and this is going to be fun for me. And it's a little bit of a gimmick, but but I'm not doing it because it's a gimmick. I'm doing it because it's going to be fun. What I'm going to do is this. You guys get to choose a sample or a sound, and it can be whatever sound you want. And I'm going to make an entire song using only that sound. This will be helpful for any producers who are watching. It'll help you to understand how manipulatable sound is and how much you can actually do with anything. And I'll make a song using only that sample and nothing more. And I'll probably stick to simply Ableton stock plugins so that it's not even something crazy. So that even like Fruity Loops people, whoever you are, you can do it. The tricks go through multiple places. And I'm going to make a song using whatever strange sample you guys give me. I'm going to make it probably so the first one that shows up is the one. Or maybe I'll do a vote. But that'll be the show, my next show. And that'll be really fun. It'll give me some time to have fun making music, see what happens, see what we come up with. And you guys get to choose the sample. So think real hard about your sample. Think what sample you would like me to make a song out of. And then you're going to post it in chat. I'm going to download it. I'm going to make a song. So that's the next song. The next show. Okay. I'll be right back. After a word from our sponsors.
Tired of listening to music's like the equivalent of eating a mayonnaise sandwich. Why don't you get yourself a big New York sausage hot dog?
Why don't you get yourself a New York hot dog? Why don't you get yourself a hot dog sandwich? Why don't you come on over here?
GlossonStreetRecords.bandcamp.com. GlossonStreetRecords.bandcamp.com.
You tired of making bad decisions all your life? Why don't you make one good decision once in your life and buy my freaking music?
Why don't you go ahead and go buy my music? Why don't you buy my music? Huh? Why don't you go ahead and go buy my music right now, huh? Buy my stupid music, alright, jerk? What are you, polyamorous? Buy my music.
Come buy my music. Hey, come on, click the link, go to the sink, take a drink. We got a CDs and tapes of it. Buy that stink, cause you know it's stinky, cause we get funky over here, people. And I ain't no funky monkey, man. Colossal Squid Records, bandcamp.com. Yeah, you can listen to it on iTunes. Yeah, you can listen to it on iTunes. You can listen to it on Rhapsody? Do I look like a swarthy gentleman from the South? Or do I look like a Sicilian scam artist? Hey, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just like you. Hey guys, you want to support my stream? Come on back, buy my music. It's nothing but pressure, and it's no pressure. Just come and do it. Then put it in your boombox and oosh, baka. We about to have a freaking flying carousel, carnival, clowns, people flying around, light up buildings, fluorescent lights, a bing bong, da 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 dang 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 dang. It's a carnival. It's a horse ride. It's some fireworks. Oh great, now the white balance is off. What is this? The fight balance? What do you want, a punch? What do you want, lunch? When you say camera phone, you sound anachronistic. Hey, I'm taking a picture of you with my camera phone because this guy hasn't even bought my music. Hey guys, check this guy out. Apparently this is what it looks like when you don't buy Colossal Squid Records music. Ooh. Ah, you choose to look like this? Don't you know that if you buy my music, it changes your genetic makeup and gives you a better physiognomy? That's a fact. That's... What the? No! Don't do the weird intro twice. I was thinking of clipping out the really freaky part of that intro. People, Lawrence messaged me and asked me what the story is behind that thing. I think it's more interesting if I don't ever tell you. Let your mind go wild, trying to understand what the hell that was. I'm fine with that. I think I prefer it. Let me see what you guys are up to. How do we get... Okay, listen. This is stupid. All right, here we go. Let me scroll back. I didn't see everything. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, you can't make a link unless you are a mod. But I'm going to fix that. I'm going to, for just this next stream, I'm going to let it so everyone can post YouTube links. Those are the only links I'll be clicking, so don't play with me. Did TBE ever send you that beat? No, he didn't. You gave him my email, right? I don't know what happened. You need to make one good decision in your life and get a Discord. Okay, so here's the crazy thing. Yesterday, I made one. But I am confused. I don't understand Discord at all. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm overwhelmed and I'm scared. And I want it to be a secret Discord. It's a Discord for the inner circle. So I'm not giving it to you now. And don't look for it. And if you find it, I'm going to kick you out. Don't even come to my Discord. It's going to be invite only. And I'm going to put it in my Patreon. And I'm going to populate my Patreon with my videos that get banned. Because I've had a couple of my videos be banned. They've been removed from YouTube for, you know, whatever reason. They've been removed from Rumble. And so I'm going to put my banned videos and the ones that will probably get me banned in my Patreon. As well as the private Discord, which people can come to. That's my idea. But I set up the Discord and I'm confused and I'm overwhelmed and I already got enough to worry about without this stinky Discord. So if you want to send me something, like just for whatever reason, just follow me on Twitter for now. Or X. It's @_hEllolisTENER. And I we can talk there. You can send me stuff there. Don't worry about my Discord. I made it. It's gonna take a while before it's a real thing because I don't even understand Discord at all. Do you know how confusing all of this is? It's confusing. As far as TBE, I don't know what happened. This is the new TBE? No, I'm not Toilet Bowl Earth. I'm hEllolisTENER. This is an entirely different thing. Based on no other thing. It's just me doing this. I'm over here. I learned about TBE a couple weeks ago when he entered my chat. Slowboy Discord has distorted your perception of reality and you don't even know it. Slowboy, how do we get him to make a Discord? I made one. Princess Manjanoki straight outed me. Way to kind of cut into the bottom line there. Discord may as well be called I'm guessing I guess I know what that word. But what else could he use? Discord, what is it? Still 2016. So we got a lot of people saying don't do Discord. And I don't know what to do. And now I'm confused. So apparently people like Discord. And some people also seem to not. Get one of these guys to help you make it. It's mad easy. And I think I can help you. Princess Manjanoki, you can help me. You've been helping me. Princess Manjanoki has been helping me for 20 years. And I think everybody here needs to give her a round of applause. Because this show would not exist unless Princess Manjanoki woke me up, wiped the drool off my chin, and set me out into the world every day and said, you're good, you're fine, it's okay, you're going to be okay. I survive on her love. Everybody give it up for Princess Manjanoki. I'm not seeing anything happen. All right, what am I doing? I took nicotine and now I'm sleepy. The trick is to a good monologue is don't take the nicotine until later. Now I feel normal. I feel level-headed. I don't feel crazy at all. I love you. I'm literally a homeless person with a home. I am the person on the side of the street screaming about the Amish, going insane. I smell bad, I'm dirty, and I won't stop looking you in your eye. That's who I really am. But I have Princess Mononoke, and she said, you have value, and I'm going to make it so you can get through this stupid life. And I thank her. I'm gonna cry. Let's cry. Let's cry. I can't get it. You want to hear a beautiful song I made about her? Oh my gosh. Here's a beautiful song I made about my wife. It's called Maria, what's it called? I've made a lot of songs about her, and I'm planning on releasing an album about her. This song's called, what's this song called? I can't get cracks out of my head. Every time I try and think of a song, I think, vulnerable kid at a tune. Crack, 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 crack. Shiva. All right. I know it's the original one that I like the most. All right, this song is about my wife. So, I remembered. Here's the thing, I've made a lot of songs about her. What up, Godheart?
We had no mom or dad. You know what I mean? Shiver, 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 shiver. The scar took 'em down.
So that's Shiva. That song. All right, what are you guys saying? Who are your top 3 influencers, or who do you think you sound like? I can't put my finger on it, which is not a bad thing. In my head, I think my top 3 influences are Boards of Canada, Radiohead, and maybe Timbaland. But I don't think I sound like any of them. Because what I did was I spent a lot of time, I spent years not listening to music and just trying to create my own sound. When I moved to Austin, I stopped listening to music for about 4 or 5 years. And the only music I would listen to is my own music. And I would just constantly work on my own music. I refused to listen to anything else for the longest time. And I just wanted to develop my own sound that wasn't really like anybody else's. But I'm inspired by a lot of artists. I'm inspired by many, many artists. I get a little Father John Misty vibes. I've never listened to him. My Morning Jacket. I saw that American Dad episode with him, and Andre 3000. Nice. Yeah, I had an album by Outkast. It's a great melding of styles. Thank you. I'm still thinking about that black guy that said he wanted reparations in my chat. I can't stop thinking about that. Like, you really came out here and said that apologies aren't... Literally, this is what a black guy got in my chat, said, your apologies mean nothing, give us more money. Like, could you be more stereotypical, bro? That was crazy. And then he unsubscribed. I can't stop thinking about it. That's the wackest thing I ever saw in my freaking whack life. That's so crazy. Now I'm in a different mood. Now I'm in a different mood right now. I think that guy was real because I lost a subscriber afterward. I think he got mad at me and and I want black people in my chat because I love black people. But I'm not going to sit around and baby them. They're so used to being babied. They're so used to being babied by us. They've basically lived in a haze of white guilt for like 50 years. And they've never had anybody just be like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. But that doesn't mean I don't love them. I love them. Just shut up. If you're going to come at me with this victim crap, like, bro, read the room. That's over. Shiloh is it's Carshilo Anthony has changed the game. Read the room, dude. Slow Boy retracted her own message. I'm in a different mood now. What should I do? I don't know what to do. You said you had a video of Provo being on Leslie Tanner's show. Should I play my clip of being on Provo? Provo's not even here to watch it. I don't want to watch it without him. I'm too scared. Provo's too scary. Provo scares me. Provo's a scary Mormon. An abnormal Mormon. Abnormal Mormon. Vibe done changed over here. I don't know what to do next. You want to hear another song I made about my wife? I'll play another song I made about my wife. I'm in a mood now. I have an album. You want to see the album cover? I'm making a wife album. I'll make an album about my wife. I love her. Okay. If you're an Andrew Tate fan, get out of here. We're not Muslims. We're not sodomites. We're not degenerates. We get married over here. We marry and we love. This show's about love. Yeah, I'd rather do it if he was here. I'm a wife guy. I'm a wife guy. Don't say that. Maybe I shouldn't play. I'm not going to play Provo clips unless Provo's here to give me express permission, slow boy. So if Provo shows up, which I don't know why he's not here, and it hurts me. But unless I get express permission, I'm not doing that. Because we know what happens. We know what happens if you cross Provo. Here's the album cover for Maria. Look at this. It's beautiful. I know. I know. I know that that's beautiful. I know. I know. All right, here's another song. It's called Maria. I did a couple mixes of this. It's not done. None of these are the final versions. These are just works in progress.
And I don't want nobody else love. I stayed on the run 'cause they chased us. But we ain't running now. The armor of God surrounds us, and the sounds in the distance. Remember the times that you lifted me when I couldn't stand.
I'm still trying to get this bass sound right.
It wasn't even a question. The sooner I leave, the sooner I'm back. The harder I work, the less that you laugh. I'm in the battle with you. That's what husband and wife do. I'm holding your hand, I'm staying on track. You're praying for me, I pray for you back. You want the same things I do. We're both living for the truth. No more half-stepping, no more second-guessing, no more making you question, no more acting reckless. I wanna be your husband, I wanna be your husband, I wanna make you happy, I wanna ease your burden. Maria, Maria, no one compares, no one understands. Maria, Maria, light of my life, lighter than the wind. Maria, Maria, stood by my side. She's my only friend.
Don't say it's cheesy. It's not corny. It's sweet. I'm nice. This is a nice song. That'll probably be the end of the album. There's a bunch of songs like that. Got a bunch of songs about Maria. I'm seeing nothing in chat, so I'm pretty sure you guys are like, cringe. And that's why I gotta hit you with this song that I've been meaning to work on forever. I've been meaning to work on this one. Maybe now's the time. Where is it? Where the heck? Here it is. Wholesome. Yeah, I saw that. Somebody just sent me a whole bunch of emails. We'll see. I honestly would rather do it with Provo here. What's going on? What the heck is happening? What even the heck is happening right now? Yo, it's never ending. It's always something. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Stop. What are you doing? Stop. What did I do this time? And then it closes. That's crazy. Is it over? I think it's over. Let me try opening this one more time as administrator. See if that helps. Provo! Yeah, isn't that why you appeared? If you say Provo's name 3 times, he appears. Isn't that what happened with Maroney? All right. If you say Maroney in front of the mirror 3 times. I'm sorry. Provo, Slowboy just sent me some clips. One of you on Leslie's show, and I got the clip of you and me talking, and I don't know what else she sent me, but I didn't want to play him on my stream unless you were here. What do you say, brother? Do I get the go-ahead? Let me know, big guy. Let me know, big guy. It's in your hands. Let's see if I can open this track in the meantime, because that was weird. That was weird what happened there, guys. Wait for you, Provo. Wait for your response, my man. Who's got the clip? It's all good. You can do whatever, man. It's your show. And like you said before, all exposure is good exposure. It is over here, man, because I believe in you and I love you. And I know you don't consider me a friend. That was one of the things that became incredibly apparent. And maybe it's a me thing, because maybe I don't really understand friendship. But you've looked out for me a lot, and you've helped me. And it means a lot to me. You said they're not a friend unless they help you. Well, you've helped me, and I consider you a friend. I'm not going to cry. I'm not gay. I'm cool. I'm a cool white. All right. Let's find these clips. Let's find these clips, people. Oh, how can I open it? I guess I got to, like, sign in. Let me do that off screen. Oh, this sucks. Maybe I can like paste the clip from my other joint. All right, give me 1 second. I know you sent me the clip recently. I'm trying to remember where. We'll play our clip first. Here it is. I'll copy this link and I'll play it.
I bring that point up.
All right, this is me and Leslie, or sorry, me and Provo. I already played me and Leslie. One second, I'm figuring things out. See what people are saying while everything's loading. What are you guys saying? Feel free to rip into me or whatever. I enjoy a good razzing. He sent it to YouTube. No glazing. I'll try. All right, here's my conversation with a...
hit the likes and subs.
With a filthy Mormon. Here's my conversation with a stupid Mormon. All right. Who sucks? Is that good? See what people are saying while everything's loading. No, it's not. Here's my conversation with Provo, who's dumb and bad, and I don't like him. I'm not good at being mean to people I like, but I'll try my best. I'll do it for you, bud.
Creator. He goes by Hello Listener. Hello Listener. And before I bring him to the stage, let me just transition the screens. Let me try to be a little bit more professional here. He won't be able to see my camera. I hope he understands that.
Everybody boo in the chat for Provo because this guy stinks.
But the audience will.
This guy's over here in Utah.
Hello,
I'm pretty
listener.
sure that's not even
you are
real.
Now on stage. Welcome to the show.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. It sounds like you're in an aquarium, though.
I am in an aquarium. Do you see the water?
Yeah, I do.
This
Wow.
is aquarium style. I can't make my mic work in this way. I have to use my camera mic. I hope it's not too awful.
So if you go to settings and then change.
What's up with this guy's
microphone?
camera, huh? Sitting in the dark like a spooky goblin? What are you doing, bud? What are you doing in the dark, my man? This guy's a Mormon. This guy prays to the angel Moroni. This guy wets his bed. Joseph Smith looked in a hat. Joseph Smith looked in a hat. You want to know why You want to know where the Book of Mormon came from? Joseph Smith found it in a hat. He put his head in a hat and then he would go, and it came to pass that a bunch of guys went over here. And then some dude would write it down and be like, oh, this is good. This is from the Lord. And then go, and it came to pass that they had a war. And then goes, oh my gosh, this is from the Lord. And then it goes in. Okay.
You can settings, mic. Take your time. No, while you figure that out.
Please don't let me get in your way.
It glitched there, but he said, I'm going to keep glazing you till you get back. And I was like, oh, please don't let me get in your way. It was funny.
Okay, so hello,
I
listener.
remember every moment of interactions with others. The show's called Interaction Practice sometimes. This segment of the show is called Interaction Practice, where I learn to talk to others.
He's got a broad opinion. He's actually an Orthodox Christian. A lot of people don't know. He might just be finding this out right now. I'm a Mormon. It's a derogatory term, but I'm a Latter-day Saint.
No, you're not.
There we go. We hear you.
That's the other thing with the LDS people. They're all out here calling themselves saints. They come to your house and they're like, I'm an elder. And you're like, you're 16 years old. They're like, no, I'm an elder. Nigga, you're 5. I'm an elder. Okay? You can address me as elder. I don't think I will be doing that, sir. Maybe come with a little more humility if you want me to convert me to your cult.
Clear. Wow, that sounds so much better.
I disbelieve this, just so you know. I think it's a bit. And I'll continue to think it's a bit. You'll have to really try to convince me. There's no way you're a Mormon. That's crazy.
Well, that's fine if you don't believe me, but I
think he handled that well. Well, it's fine if you don't believe me, because I really didn't. I didn't. I thought it was a bit. But when he went, well, it's fine if you don't believe me, then I was like, oh, he's real. It's real. And I you know, that's interaction practice. You learn. Maybe don't get over comfortable with people, you know, maybe take a second, gauge the situation, and then proceed. And that's, you know, that's why we practice.
you know where the city of Provo is, right?
No.
It's in Utah. Do you know what Utah's known for?
Yeah.
Mormons.
Mormons.
Do you know what college hoodie I'm wearing right now?
I can't see you, remember? Hold on.
Oh,
Maybe
you
I
can't
can
see me.
put it on
Let me
and
change my camera. You change your microphone. Let me change my camera for you. We'll do this.
No, I got you. I just pulled up your stream.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make it more convenient for you. There we go.
All
now you see me, huh? There we go. So
yeah. That was a funny slow boy. That was a funny clip. When at the end, Jet Neptune is like, who should we support in the war? Which isn't funny. War's not funny. But it was funny to say that. Who should we support in the war?
on StreamYard, I like this rough and tumble. You can't see me.
I can't see. I see less than I saw before, but I did switch over to the stream real quick. Wait. Now I see. What up, bro?
Wow, dude. That's nice.
Did you see him?
Wow.
See?
Wow,
My energy was upsetting to him. I went, what up, bro? And he went, ah. Look, let's run that back. See, this is interaction practice. How do you talk to others? He did not match my excitement. You understand? Provo did not match my excitement. I thought this was an exciting moment. We're coming together as a team, and I was filled with joy. And he said, whoa, dial it back. That's not where we're at. See, look. See less than I saw before, but I did switch over to the stream real quick. Wait. Now I see. What up, bro?
Wow,
he puts his hand up.
That's
Stop. Nice. It's too much.
Wow. We figured it out.
I'm clapping. No, you come to my energy. Don't make me go to your energy. You come to my energy. Come here. Come here, Provo. Be excited with me. I'm not going to let you take me to your energy. I must continue on with mine. And now it's a battle of energies. Now it's Soul Calibur. You ever play Soul Calibur? This is a meeting of the souls, and I want him to meet my energy, and he wants me to meet his energy, and I imagine we'll meet somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? And that's not gay. A meeting of the minds.
It is. But I am wearing a Brigham Young hoodie. That's a college from Provo, Utah.
Brigham Young.
Brigham
One of the prophets.
That's right, the good ones. He's one of the prophets who he sent a young man who was married off on a mission. This is one of my favorite stories. Brigham Young sent a young man off on a 2-year mission, and he married that man's girlfriend or wife while that man was gone. And that always stuck with me. Like, what a sneaky, conniving, maniacal bastard.
I'm going to make a thing for interaction practice so that it's a segment of the show. Interaction practice is a segment of the show. It's where you see me interacting with others. You say, oh, look at this charismatic chap. He sits here and he monologues and he's just living on his own touch. He puts his fingers inside of his face. Nobody understands that reference. No one understands that. Oh. Do you want to understand that reference? I used to call myself Games. 3 G's, 3 S's. There's an album called Love Simulator. Listen to that album and you'll understand that reference.
That Brigham Young was. Oof.
He's kind of the impetus for you to join this cult?
Cult? No. To be honest, the impetus is really, I was baptized at the age of 8, but it's culturally, if you're not a Mormon, at least at the time when I was growing up. See, I went to an all-white elementary, all-white high school, besides maybe 4 Mexicans, 1 black kid in special education, and
For Loco, guys. Inside jokes are only funny as somebody else knows what the joke is. Funny, well, you know, I'll laugh here. I'll sit here and laugh at my own inside jokes. Because you know what else is funny? Just seeing a nigga crash out. Just watching somebody laugh. Who doesn't like that? You ever watch skits? I mean, outtakes, bloopers? You don't even need to know what the show is. You're just watching people giggle and have fun. And that's fun too. You don't need to know the context. Go ahead in public and just start laughing. And try not to laugh like a crazy person. But like laugh for real. If you're on a train and there's no Guatemalans there, they'll all start laughing too. Because Guatemalans set homeless women on fire. But everyone will start laughing after a little while. It's just the happiness of the situation. Maybe that only happens in white countries. I've seen videos of it happening, but maybe it was all whites. It's hard to laugh when you're surrounded by people who hate you. Don't tell me how to live my life. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think that's what I think that I could put that as put that on my tombstone.
I'm not saying that to be derogatory. That's just the truth.
The only black person had his own special ed class.
Yeah, and then there was another black person, but they spoke about this freely and openly. They were adopted because their mother was on crack and heroin and stuff like that. So all white high school, everybody's Mormon, and if you're not Mormon, it's really difficult to fit in. And even if you are Mormon, and what they call is if you don't go to church, you're inactive, then you still can't be friends with people. So I was
shaming, ostracization. I'm not against it. But I think in this case, Provo made the right decision.
Ostracized and pariahed all throughout my educational experience for not being.
Inclusivity gets you like transgender babies and stuff, you know. You don't want to be inclusive. You don't want to say everything's up. You know, we're not doing the libertarian thing. We're not doing the liberal thing. There's a way that things should be. Try and get there. You know, we got grace for those who are trying. But if you ain't even trying, get the hell out of here.
A participating Mormon. So it was, you know, I've gone through some things, man. I've gone through.
I believe it.
I had friends in high school. I had a rap group. I told you I made a rap album.
Yes, 17 tracks.
17 tracks, about 3 or 4 skits. And we had a song called N-Word,
I don't know.
Bitch. It was a good song.
See, I would say it like this. Nigga, B-word.
Yeah.
See, that's where we differ.
Ah, wow. I like that. Hey, to each their own. To each their own. And anyways, this man's parents found out about the rap album, and they said, you can't hang out with that person anymore. And so I lost a friend. I didn't talk to him again for about 10 years.
That stinks, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's
Are you still Mormon?
Yeah, technically, yeah, absolutely still Mormon. It's good to fit in.
All right. So, did you bring me on for an intervention so I could bring you to Orthodoxy?
Yeah, I'm interested in it. Yeah, because I'm leaning towards Catholicism.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't do it, bro. Orthodoxy, actually, it's a cleaner path from Mormonism to Orthodoxy because we have the idea of theosis, which is similar in a certain sense to the Mormon idea of becoming God or becoming gods. The idea of theosis is that you participate in the uncreated energy, the divine energy of God. And so, in a sense, you are participating in a form of godhood. And that is what the eschaton is. That's what eternity, that's what the kingdom of God is. Us as we were meant to be fully realized through Christ as a form, almost like godlike. I don't like saying it. It's a little weird even for me. But in Mormonism, of course, let me stop. Everybody gets a planet. What I'm saying is theosis, talking about theosis is a little out of my league. And I don't feel like I should talk about it, but I as a means of bridging the gap between Mormonism and Orthodoxy. You know, Mormons believe that they'll become gods of their own, like, planets. And there's a theosis isn't that, but theosis is something. White boy's doing well. I'm glad to hear it. You know, all that sort of stuff. But it's a hop, skip, and a jump over to Orthodoxy. But also, that's not why you should choose it. You should choose it because it's the true faith.
The true faith. Yeah. See. Well, as an inactive, non-practicing Mormon who's, you know, I'm well versed in the anti-Mormon rhetoric, so it's not like I don't know all the bullshit. I knew about it before my friends did. In fact, all the people I grew up with, the kid who stopped hanging out with me, he's now ex-Mormon. He left the church. I've had a lot of friends leave the church. I haven't. But
that's a weird timing for the don't give up thing. Don't give up on being a Mormon. No, don't be a Mormon. No matter how many of them come to your door, no matter how well dressed they are, and no matter how much yard work they do for you for free, don't become a Mormon.
To your point, though,
that's so surprising.
It is surprising because I like the culture. I'm a cultural Mormon. You don't get a better culture than I think the Latter-day Saint culture. And I can't replicate it. I can't find a neighborhood that's Catholic. I can't find a neighborhood that's Orthodox. They're all disparate. They're all separated. They're not congregated anywhere near me. Maybe there are someplace in the United States, but I can't find them. But I'm attached to the culture of Mormonism.
Yeah, anti-Mormon BS. But I mean, anti-Mormon stuff is just like, you know, they used to want to be called Mormons. And they used to fight Christians, Protestants, whatever. Like, Joseph Smith, like, they railed against Christians. They called us all heretics or something, and they would try and kill us. I think we had, like, fights. And they were cool with being called Mormons originally, I think. But it's a constantly evolving thing, Mormonism. And when I'm talking to, like, the Mormons that come to my house, I don't call them Mormons because I want to make sure that they know that I respect them, though I refuse to call them elders.
And the feeling of unity that my neighbors share the same.
In fact, I'm thinking of selling stickers that say, no solicitors unless you want to tell me about your weird cult. I'm going to sell those on my Patreon. Yeah, that's what I thought. I could tell that Provo is pretty much like over Mormonism, but he likes the culture of Mormonism because he gets to live in a nice monoculture with people that share the same values as him. And I think everyone wants that.
Values as me, they're gonna treat me as an equal, and maybe if I need help,
I think we know what the opposite of that is. I think we're all well acquainted with being surrounded by people who don't have the same values as you, who you can't trust, who you can't rely on. That's not a community. That's not a nation. That's just chaos. You know, that's hell, actually.
They're gonna come help me. So that's like my big thing.
I mean, I get that in Orthodoxy, but I understand what you mean, and that is by design. You know, there's only certain religions that are allowed to persist in that way, and a very, very specifically Christianity is being constantly atomized and attacked in as many ways as humanly possible. So, how you doing? While I can kind of understand the idea of like wanting a culture of people who share your values, I mean, that's what I'm talking about on my show all the time. That's what I want. But to me, it's got to be orthodoxy. There's no other way. You have to put the truth first. Everything else has to come second. And orthodoxy is the true faith. But I mean, I do give credit to the Mormons for being able to have a nice society. Yeah, there's no record, there's no fossil record of any sort of any of the battles that Joseph Smith said occurred. But I mean, that's the least of the worries. There's a lot. You probably know more of it than I do. You know,
Oh, yeah.
they're able to do that well. But that's kind of like what we were talking about on the show today, where it's like it's the same thing we see in Japan, you know. We love Japan because it's a monoculture, you know.
Yep.
And yeah, we want a monoculture.
Oh,
Absolutely. I want that completely, but I want it in service of the truth.
Absolutely.
And that's yeah.
And if you want a monoculture, you're
Yeah, sub to Provo, y'all.
a racist or a bigot or
Cheers.
you're a bad guy. Cheers, sir. God bless you. This is a wonderful.
I was saying cheers that I'm a racist and a bigot. I'm a free man talking. I just say what I want. I decided a long time ago, after being repressed for most of my life, that I'm just going to say what's real. And I'm going to stop coddling people when it comes to race and religion and stuff like that. It's just a waste of time. And it does nobody any good. It just entrenches people in their false beliefs. And it makes me hate myself. So I just say everything. So when you said racist and a bigot, I said cheers.
Full opportunity for me. Because I have really been pondering the path forward, because right now it's not so much for me, but as I raise children, I want to point them in
yeah, subscribe to Provo. Everybody subscribe to Provo. He's got an awesome channel. Subscribe to Slow Boy. I don't see any of the other homies here today. I don't know if Jim Bob's done with me. I don't know. Oh, he's still streaming. I streamed at the same time as Jim Bob. Look, I stream when I can. I get it in where I can. I got a hard out in a little while. If you ever do a panel during daylight hours sometime, I might call you and tell you some wacky stories. That'd be sick. I'd like to hear Slow Boy's voice. I'd like to hear Slow Boy talk. I want to hear Slow Boy talk. I like the way you talk. Does anybody... All right, we'll go back to this.
correct direction of Christ. And it's hard to raise children and then have them, my children know about Jesus Christ.
Well, Provo and me both seem to stream like at all different times. I unsubscribed and disliked Provo. Well, I think he appreciates that too. Yeah, thanks, Distinction. Knowing Provo, that's a win for him.
They've read the children's Bible several times, so they're aware of these things. But I can't be like, yeah, there's this guy. His name's Joseph Smith. He found golden plates. Jesus walked across the Atlantic. You know what I mean? And you gotta. This is the church. Like, to me, that's not stable. But the Orthodox and Catholicism, those are very stable Christian religions that I think you can point to and say you can find Christ in that. You can find rigidity. You can find some sort of solace or real structural belief in it.
Yeah, not just structure, but in Orthodoxy, you actually have spiritual transformation. It is actually it's the church that Christ himself planted, and you could see its fruits throughout history. I'd suggest visiting an Orthodox church, and I'd suggest like... Apparently somebody in the chat was like, people in Provo's chat were like really mad at me. Somebody said, why are all ortho bros cringe in the same way? I think I'm cringe in my own unique way, but I think people just got real triggered. People don't like it when Orthodox people talk because Orthodox people don't do ecumenism. Everybody else likes to do ecumenism, Oh, we're all the same. Hey, as long as you believe in Jesus, we're all the same, In Orthodox, we don't play that. We're like, no, there's a true faith, and then there's a bunch of crazy stuff. You're preaching another Christ, as Paul would say. And people really get triggered by that. They really don't like that. It like brings out something in people when you talk about the exclusive church which Christ planted. Somebody said, there was a bunch of people attacking me in Provo's chat. To Orthodox saints. Ecumenism is like the movement towards like a New World Order church, essentially. Ecumenism is everybody smoothing over the edges and saying that they believe the same thing, even though they don't. So like Protestants, Catholics, and Orthodox and everybody being like, oh, we're all the same. We believe the same thing. We can worship together. We can pray together. Orthodox are like, no, we're not going to do that. We pray with other Orthodox. If we pray with you, with your false beliefs, with your heterodox beliefs, then we are acknowledging your false beliefs. We are encouraging you in heterodox beliefs. We're not going to do that. An extreme version would be like, the Abraham Accords, Muslims, Jews, and Christians all worshiping together. That's 3 different gods. And it's one God and 2 demons. Let's play one God, 2 demons. There is no unity without truth, and truth has to come first. So while we love people outside the faith and we want to treat them kindly, we won't encourage them in their false beliefs. And so that's the ecumenism thing. That's what ecumenism is. Because there's nobody on earth like the Orthodox saints. Well, yeah, tons of people do all sorts of things, but if an Orthodox is participating in ecumenism, then they're going against the church. We are called to stick to our beliefs. These things, people died to protect the faith, to not allow all these false innovations and these false teachings. And for you to then suddenly agree with people with false teachings or give the idea, make someone feel assured in their false beliefs, then you are, in a sense, committing, that's a sin. That's a great sin. We're not supposed to do that. There's a story of a monk who, one day he was talking, I think, to like a Jewish guy, and the Jewish guy's telling him all this stuff about, that Christ might not be the Messiah, or that, this, that, and the other thing. And the monk said something just vaguely affirming, like, "Oh, I see. Maybe you have a point," or something like that, or, "Oh, I can, I see where you're coming from," or something like that. And when he got back to the monastery, the abbot of the monastery said, who are you and what are you doing here? And he said, "What are you talking about, abbot? It's me." And he said, "Who are you? I've never seen you before. You're a stranger." And the monk broke down crying. He said, what are you talking about? "It's me, abbot." And it was the fact that he would affirm someone's false beliefs and sit there and, instead of correcting them, agree with them. He had essentially committed apostasy in that moment. He cried, he repented, and of course he was allowed back. And I'm paraphrasing the story, but it's a serious thing to assent to lies, to agree with lies. That's a serious thing. And we can't do it. My correcting, I go with what the church says. We don't do interpretation. We're Orthodox. Silly. Interpretation, that's Protestantism. We just go with the truth. We go by the church's guidance, by the early church fathers, the canons, the councils, and by the authority of the church itself, which has protected the faith throughout the years. So no, I don't sit here and interpret things. I'm not a theologian. I'm not an expert. My only message is see for yourself. Visit an Orthodox church for yourself, instead of fetching in my chat. Guys, you gotta Gigabrain in the chat. Forge Lloyd, no, I've just interacted with enough orthos to understand the implication of your position and go right to them. I don't know what that sentence meant. Donnie, you're out of your element. We do have this problem solved.
And he said tons of people do ecumenism. Orthodox people do.
Yeah, there are people in the Orthodox Church that do ecumenism. Everyone sins, actually. I don't know if you know this, but everyone sins. Everyone falls short of the glory of God. I'm a person in the Orthodox Church who yells and curses and has a temper and struggles with all sorts of stuff that, it doesn't mean I'm not Orthodox. And the people who try and divide the church with false teachings and with ecumenism, they'll be dealt with eventually. These things don't have to be taken care of immediately. Sometimes these things take time. And God's grace covers the interim. Who interprets what the church says? Who interprets the councils? What if some Orthodox fathers are doing ecumenism? Some Orthodox fathers? Do you mean some Orthodox priests and bishops? Yeah, there are modern people who do ecumenism, and they're wrong. And who interprets them? They are the interpretation, silly. The church decides. The church which Christ planted, which the gates of hell will not prevail against, and which the Holy Spirit guides into all truth. See, you're probably outside the church and you have no respect for authority, and that makes sense. You're probably a child of the Enlightenment, as we all are. And so when we think of an authoritative structure, we immediately think bad things, but the church is a divine authority. It is guided by the Holy Spirit, and we trust that it will continue to be guided into truth. And if it does go into heresy, which it won't, but if pieces of it go into heresy, they will eventually be dealt with. And as I said, God covers the interim. God's grace covers the interim. Nobody on earth like Saint Paisios, who just passed away maybe a decade ago or two. And when you learn about him, you understand that nothing's changed. The Saint Paisioses and the modern day Orthodox saints, they're a continuation of the apostles themselves in many ways. Yeah, you probably don't like authority. Why don't you just respond instead of telling me what I'm doing? I'm saying that you're a child of the Enlightenment. We all are. We have a natural distrust for authority. So when you sit here and you say that the church, you know, how do you know if the church is true, or how do you know if the church fathers are right? Who decides what's sin and what? It's actually a lot simpler than you think. You trust the church which Christ planted, and you trust God to guide you. We don't get caught in the fog of ecumenism and of mindless interpretations. No. It's a solid faith. So, I don't know what to tell you, man. I didn't think I was doing ad hominem. I was actually trying to relate to you that we come from a place of Enlightenment theology, essentially. And we all have a heavy distrust of authority. Ask questions about the coherency of their positions. The orthos refuse to answer and instead resort literally every time. I don't... Is that what I did?
He's a razzleberry.
What is he asking me? What is this guy asking me? I'm starting to get a little annoyed. What didn't I answer? Yes, saints can do wrong teachings. I think I did answer. Saints can do wrong teachings. Bishops can do wrong teachings. Church fathers, you know, they're not gospel. They're not what's the word for? They're not infallible. But the culmination of these things is what informs the church, and the church itself is infallible. In a sense, the church itself guards the ancient teachings and protects them throughout history. And we are all part of that church, you know. So like if a bishop gets out of pocket, we are called to resist them. See, that's what I mean in trusting authority and trusting that the church will be preserved, that the church will remain intact, and history has shown that it has. So I'm not sure what you think I didn't answer, but you're starting to annoy me, actually. Maybe stop jumping around and just chill out a little bit. Yeah, maybe he's Roman Catholic. I don't know. Why don't you state your position? It's really easy to sit behind a screen name and just attack. And then anytime I try and say something back, be like, that's ad hominem. You're trying to assume that. Why don't you tell us your position, big guy? The coherency comes from the church itself. Like I said, the saints and church fathers may occasionally teach something wrong. But the culmination of these things has been protected throughout history. And it's the deposit once and for all delivered to the saints. You understand? So that means it was already there. So the job isn't to sit there and decide which church father said something wrong. The church father, of course, people occasionally get things wrong, you know? But the church fathers, for the most part, stuck to the teachings. Some of them completely stuck to the teachings. And when they went off, the church itself shows that they went off. It shows that maybe this was speculation. And for instance, St. Augustine said himself, these are my speculations, but I submit them to the church. And that's a saint. So we take everything he says into consideration, but he submits it to the church because he has humility, which is key. That's the whole point of the church, is to protect the faith once and for all delivered to the saints. So anybody who teaches wrongly, it's not hard to see. I think maybe it seems difficult to see on the outside, but within orthodoxy, it's not hard to see when something's off because the faith hasn't changed. It's the same faith. It's the same faith that the apostles held. Yes, the church is an answer. The church is the answer. The church which Christ planted, the faith once and for all delivered to the saints, the church which is guided into all truth, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. Yes, it absolutely is the answer. You just don't understand the structure of it, I think. The structure of it is such that it has prevailed throughout history and protected the truth. That's the point of the church, is to protect the truth from heresy. That's the point of the councils, is when half of the quote-unquote Christian world was Arian, the council came together to condemn Arianism and continue the faith as it has always existed. That's the point. The church is mystically carried through history by the Holy Spirit with Christ as its head. I think I've said enough, nigga. They still have the same gifts of healing, of being able to see, you know, what's going on with someone. If you watch the Roosh documentaries, he said, or I don't know if it's the Roosh documentaries, but there was Elder Ephraim. He actually built a bunch of monasteries in America, and he has one near you. How does the church do this specific thing? How does it protect the truth? I think I kind of told you, through the councils. It literally protects. How does it protect the faith? By protecting the faith. What do you mean? We have the faith once for all delivered to the saints, and we protect it throughout history. That's all it is. What do you mean? That's the whole point of the church. How does it do it? It does it mystically through the guidance of the Holy Spirit throughout history. Do you not believe that the Holy Spirit guides us? If you don't believe that, then you are contradicting Christ himself. Actually, you're like, what are the inner mechanisms? What is the mathematical process by which a church knows that a thing is true? Because it always knew the truth. It protects the truth, dum-dum. The truth hasn't gone anywhere. Yeah, but what are the mechanisms? What kind of, what's the procedural, what are you, a scholastic? What are you, Roman Catholic? and people would come to him, and they wouldn't even have to talk to him. He would walk out, and there'd be a crowd. I don't think that's what I'm saying. You want to talk about fallacies? That's called a straw man, nigga. A lot of people, and he'd know every single. Yo, I'm done with you, bro. Kill distinction. Hey, yo, distinction, extinction. Thing that every person wanted and what they were wrestling with, and he would quickly what they needed without ever having met them before. And it's because, what is the mechanism? I don't know. Ask a priest or a bishop or a theologian. I'm just a layman. I'm not an expert on orthodoxy. What mechanism? The councils. What mechanism? The church itself. The continuous teaching of the faith once for all delivered to the saints. This question just shows a lack of faith. This question itself shows a lack of faith. Wait, but how? How could it possibly? It does it because it does it, broski. It does it because it's guided by the Holy Spirit. It's a mystical thing. It's a divine thing. We believe in that over here. He's with God. I'm sorry, it's not good enough. Your incredulity doesn't change anything. In a sense, achieve theosis in this life. And so, there you go. Why don't you visit an Orthodox church and see for yourself? Ask these questions to a bishop or a priest. I'm just a man. I'm just a layman. Speed running the irrational. This nigga just hit my PR. I think I just hit my PR. What was that? Period? Your period? Yeah, it sounds like it, distinction. And guess what? It's distinky.
It's personal record.
Yeah, go to liturgy, dum-dum. Go to liturgy. Talk to a priest. Ask him. Or do you just want a keyboard warrior, ask questions, and never say your position? What's your position, distinction? What are you, Catholic? What are you, Protestant? What are you, a gay guy? What are you, dude? It's not up to me to convince you of anything. Orthodoxy is a true faith. Take it or leave it. He was able to partake of things that are beyond us. So that's a really, it's not just structure. It's actual spiritual change that it's the truth.
And to kind of collect what you said, I think I don't want to say, I think this
and
is
that's the other thing. People like distinction. They no matter what, my position is irrelevant. Of course it is. We're focused on picking apart everything I say and misinterpreting it and misrepresenting it. But that's the thing, with people like this. There is no answer that's actually good enough, because this is someone who doesn't want to believe ultimately. And so no matter what I say, here's how the church does it. They have a box and they keep the thing in there. It's called the canons, broski. The canons. The canons. We have the canons. We have the early church the early church fathers. We have the writings of the saints, and they culminate. They coincide. There is no new teaching. We've been teaching the same thing for 2,000 years. The canons of the church protect the faith. I don't even understand. I think your question is so obtuse that there is no answer that could possibly work. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. You're actually totally crazy. What do? We have the canons. If somebody's going outside the canons and preaching false, we know what's true. It's been protected by the church for 2,000 years. We say, nope, that's wrong. It's that simple. What do you mean, what mechanism? The canons, nigga. Now shoot this nigga out of cannon.
But like when you talk to most Orthodox people, they usually say something similar, but you added a few extra details, which I really appreciate, which is check out the saints, and they're kind of like guideposts, and they can point you in directions, and they can lead you.
Yes, there is. There literally is. There is a universal agreed on doctrine in Orthodoxy. There literally is. You don't know what you're talking about. You literally don't know what you're talking about. Yo, kick this guy. He's just trolling.
But definitely investigate the church and look for yourself, and don't hesitate in doing that. And I think
also that's
pretty
ad hominem distinction.
Powerful, right? But I did. The only one I've looked at was Seraphim Rose, right?
Yeah.
And then I got to the part where he was rumors.
Nah, he's timed out.
Gay.
Time him out. Kick him. He was. There's rumors that he was gay, but not after he became Orthodox. The monarchy has decided that your services are no longer necessary. To the gallows with distinction. Mods, guards, take him away. We're tired of him. We're tired of listening to his rabble. This is a monarchy. We believe in hierarchy over here, distinction. We believe in structure, not just people who have no position but can't stop attacking. Just kind of like the demons, just kind of hiding in the dark and throwing darts. What about this? You're bad. You're dumb. You don't understand. This and the other thing. With no face, no position to speak of, just animosity embodied. Off with his head.
Oh, it's before.
There was, yeah, dude. Yeah, no, he, but I don't know if it's true, though I've seen letters where he seemed to he seemed to come out. I don't know if it is true, why it would be a secret, because there's no need to hide it. You know, Paul says in his letters, some of you were gay, you know, I'm paraphrasing, but, you know, he basically does say that. He's like, you know, we don't do homosexuality. We don't do What up, this, Deshaun? that. Some of you used to, but now you're in Christ. Deshaun's making a comeback to my good. Oh, I guess nobody's here to ban him. I'll do it. I'll Steve Bannon. Bye. Bye. Now go wear that as a badge of honor, because I know the distinction type. They'll go, I won another debate. He'll go, nice, I won another debate against an ortho bro. No, you annoyed everyone. That's what you did. What you did was annoy everyone. But go ahead, pat yourself on the back. Pride cometh before the fall. Sicko past, some version of it. Everybody has their mistakes. And, how is he still here? Yeah, so I don't. What the hell is going on? Oh my gosh! How is he still? Oh, he's got 2 accounts. This is crazy. I've answered your question. See, that's the whole point. I've answered your question multiple times now. You refuse to accept the answer. That's a you problem. Goodbye. Bro is annoying. He has an infinite number of alts with the same PFP. Oh my gosh. I knew a guy like this. He would come on Instagram and he would attack me like over and over again about whether Jesus was real and stuff like that. And once you got annoyed with him, he'd be like, nice. He'd pat himself on the back. And he would literally say, another debate won. And it's just like, who has time for somebody with that mentality? I don't know what to do with you. There's something really weird about you. Ultimately, there's something really weird about you. Provo, Slow Boy, and I'm going to give Princess Majanoche a wrench. You guys can, play whack-a-mole with this nigga if you want. I'm done listening to him. He's annoying. Just ignore him. All right, yeah, I'm ignoring you from now on, distinction. I saw that something just came up, and I'm literally not even reading it. You have a mental illness. You're mentally ill. I'm not even going to read it, and hopefully one of the mods will kill you. hold that against Father.
Take him out
Stephen, bro,
back and
because once he became Orthodox,
show
he
him the
became
ropes.
something like a saint. I think, you know, he's already being considered a saint in certain countries. He's already regarded as a saint, and I don't think it won't. I think he'll be canonized within our lifetime as well in America.
And
oh yeah, that was another thing.
further
Somebody in
expand-
the chat from this one said some Catholic saint, and he was like, I don't know, Saint George of the Forest or something. He's like, Saint George of the Forest has just as many good quotes as Saint Paisios. Like, what the hell? I was like, what the hell is that? Saint George of the Forest has as many good quotes as Saint Paisios. Yeah, quotes. That's what it's about. Let's stack quotes against each other. Like, quotes makes the man. Give me a break.
Upon that, like most of the stuff, I brought up the gay thing because I kind of looked at a lot of his things, and then I got to the gay part, and then I forgot everything I learned about him, and I just focused on that. It's like, whoa, that how does that work?
Yeah.
But to be honest, your show, you really aren't always talking about orthodoxy. You talk about kind of cultural things. You create music. You talk about the news, and for you lately, the Amish has been a focus of interest for you. And when I say Amish on this channel, if I'm not mistaken, we just call them Jews, right?
Whoa.
I forgot that we talked a little freely on his chat. We talked a little freely on Provo's channel. I forgot about that. I might have to download this, mute it, and then re-upload. You gotta be a little careful. Gotta be a little bit careful. All right, let me hear this song. It looks like I'm missing stuff. This isn't the song I was looking for. That ain't even the song. What's the name of the song? I thought that was it. Is it the... No. Dang. Oh, okay. I thought that was the song. It's not. I guess I don't know where that song is. Dang. Oh, you want to hear a cool song? This song's cool. All right, what's going on in chat? They're trying to ignore distinction. If autistic people can't comprehend something, does that mean it's incomprehensible or that the person is autistic? Everything after this is touch and go. I'd suggest transitioning segments. Oh, okay. I did. Distinction. What about Mormonism? You could attend a single wards and find a baddie. How are you going to become Orthodox if you get the right answers when you will never go to a liturgy? Everybody in the chat, pray for a distinction. I don't want to attack him anymore. He's going to do his thing, but, and obviously he's made himself nigh impenetrable. We can't get rid of him. So we have an infestation. We have a distinction infestation. We're going to let him rant, but I would ask everyone who is Orthodox here to just pray for him. All right. Especially since he won't say his position. I think his position is obsessed with orthodoxy. I think that's his position. Obsessed with orthodoxy and hates it and doesn't actually even know why. I didn't finish this song, but I like what I got so far.
Looking for legs, I can walk the mountain. Looking for arms, I can fight the dragon. Looking for brains, I can solve the problem. Looking for faith, that can move the mountain. Looking for legs, I can walk the mountain. Looking for arms, I can fight the dragon. Looking for brains, I can solve the problem. Looking for faith, that can move the mountain.
I don't claim I'm good at anything, first off, and I did. But it also says, don't answer a fool according to his folly. And you're not interested in, you're not a inquirer. You're not interested in anything. You're just interested in disrupting chat and making me have a bad time. So you can PISS off with your false sincerity. It's clear that it's a lie. And everyone sees that. Everyone in chat is laughing at you. All right. As Jay would say, everybody in chat is laughing at you. And the thing is, I answered your question. I answered it clearly. I literally answered it clearly. And I'm not like a ortho. I mean, I guess I am an ortho, bro. But I'm not a debate, bro. I'm just a guy. I'm a musician and an artist. I say, see for yourself. You don't want to see for yourself. You think you could find orthodoxy online. Nigga, you cannot. This isn't orthodoxy. This is YouTube, dum-dum. You want orthodoxy, you want to find out about orthodoxy, there's a really easy way to do it. Go to an Orthodox church. But you're not going to do that. You're going to sit there and spurg in my chat. Eventually, you're going to run out of accounts, though. Looking for arms, I can fight the dragon. Looking for brains, I can solve the problem. Looking for faith that can move the mountain. Looking for legs that can walk the mountain. Looking for arms, I can fight the dragon. Looking for brains that can solve the problem. Looking for faith that can move the mountain. Looking for legs, I can walk the mountain. Looking for arms, I can fight the dragon. Looking for brains, I can solve the problem. Looking for faith that can move the mountain. I'm gonna make it a subscriber only chat. Looking for arms, I can fight the dragon. Looking for brains, I can solve the problem. Looking for faith that can move the mountain. Lost in Saturn's world, gotta keep myself. I could fall apart any second, I could go to hell. Gotta hold your insides in, everything is sin. Gotta hold your insides in, everything is sin. Sliding on the block, every soul is lost. I can see them turning in the dark, every broken heart. Gotta hold your insides in, everything is sin. Gotta hold your insides in, everything is sin. I guess I don't get that skill. I'm not big enough. Looking for legs, I can walk the mountain. Looking for arms, I can fight the dragon. Looking for brains, I can solve the problem. Looking for faith, that can move the mountain. Looking for legs, I can walk the mountain. Looking for arms, I can fight the dragon. Looking for brains, I can solve the problem. Looking for faith, that can move the mountain. They come through at intervals. They want you impotent. First comfort, then belligerence. They turn you ambivalent. They taunt you, they condescend. They haunt you with questions. Then switch it up. Come break bread. Don't want to. I'm Christian. Do you got for these times of trouble? They make it hard not to rely upon you. Give me the strength I need, Lord, to make it through. I've tried everything else, nothing else. Dang, I don't know how to do it. We're just gonna have to deal with them today until I figure that out. This is where I lost the plot. I'll fix it eventually. Oh, what are you guys saying? Yeah, how do I do subs only? I don't know how to do it. He already has stated many times he's not your teacher. Yeah, I'm not a teacher. Call no man teacher, remember, bro? You ever heard of it? Does anybody know how to do subscriber only? Forget it. I want to find this song now. Don't do subscriber only? Okay, well then just ban this guy when he pops up. Somebody whack him. It annoys me. I'm not good at ignoring things. Distinction knows my weakness. He's in my head. He got me, y'all. I'm not brave. Distinction's in my head. He's stinking up the works. Everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that super chat button. No, you don't have to do that part. Huh? All right, I think this is the song that I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't know if I have real lyrics yet.
When I'm running away from my friends again. Been away for way too long. Put the time in every morning till they storm in and take me away from you. In a way, I knew they would come. And so let them come and do.
Alright. So the beat's not good. The song's not good yet. The lyrics aren't good yet. But you gotta admit that opening goes hard. I want to work on this one. Now he's giving me opinions on how to make my music. And for some reason, even though that's one of my biggest pet peeves, that was less annoying. That was less annoying to me than what he was doing before. No, it needs a lot of work. Right now, I just like the beat. I don't think the vocals are anything. Provo's got like clout. Provo comes in and people start apologizing. Provo carries himself with power. People are like, you know what? I'm sorry for offending you, Provo. This is my show, dude. Why are you apologizing to Provo? But I get it. I'd be apologizing to Provo too. Sometimes I'll stub my toe and I'll just say, sorry, Provo. I don't know. He's just he's got an air to him. All right, I don't know. I don't know what else I got here. I don't know what else I got. What are you guys saying? Come on. What are you guys saying? You didn't ask question. If you had a Manji mod settings, sorry for stinking up. Do Orthodox and Roman Catholics share saints, and are there some which are... Yes. The early saints before the schism. Before 1054, all of our saints were the same. I don't necessarily consider the Catholic saints to be saints post-schism because they're not the church post-schism. And you can see a difference, a very drastic difference between what they call a saint and what we call a saint. But, yeah, we were one, and we would like to be one again, but we can't be one unless they repent of their heresies. There's only one way for the churches to unite, and that's for them to become baptized into orthodoxy. Susuma Hirasawa. Thanks, man. Saying I sound like Susuma Hirasawa is a huge compliment, because I really do love him. Dun, 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 dun. Don't embarrass yourself in front of these people. That's a stupid sounding thing. What about this? No, we don't share saints post-schism. Yeah, it's definitely a skill. He's good at what he does. I don't like it, and I wish he would stop. Hey, Distinction, please stop. That's all. Just don't do that. Please. Be nice. Hang out in my chat and just be nice. You don't have to do this provoking thing. If Provo isn't provoking, then you shouldn't provoke. Because Provo's the Provo king, and you should follow suit. Follow your king. Why are you adding all weird vocals, man? I need to stop. Where is these? Just doing too much.
Anywhere I go, you'll be there, I know. You call out to me, you'll preserve my soul in the dark.
Nah. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing now. I do have a hard out soon. So this is, we're winding down here. I'm going to run through a couple tracks. I'm looking at chat. I'm getting ready to leave you. I haven't read my notes, and I do have a lot of notes, but my energy's different. I don't have note energy now. Distinction brought me down. I'm sensitive, Distinction. See? And this isn't like an orthodox channel, you know. Yeah, I talk about orthodoxy because it's the most important thing in the world. But this is just Jim Bob's favorite channel. This isn't like an orthodox channel. It's Jim Bob's favorite channel. Okay? That's all I am. I'm just Jim Bob's favorite channel. That's all. You know. Guy on whatever podcast, guy. I'm just his favorite channel, you know. That's all. I'm coming up on 4 hours. Wow. I think I've got a bunch of different mixes of this. Let's see if this one's good. I keep getting mad with the mixes. Thank you, Distinction. Oh, by Distinction. You brought this on yourself. I was willing. But the mods have spoken, and far be it from me to contradict the mods.
Dancing as if no one's watching on the graves of all your fathers. Turned your insides out and lost them. No capacity to love them. Helpless like a baby crying. Shelter us and keep us hiding. Helpless like a
Extra section.
baby silent.
Pretty sure you're about to go disappear though. But thank you.
Violence. What's that ghost in your room?
Thank you, y'all.
Well, who will you pray to? So a composite thing. Your eye keeps twitching. Oh, how treacherous a world we have made when we chose that old snake. Do unto them whatever you may. Let your heart dictate. Now you're incorporated into the great hatred. It chokes your
It's
heart.
like a bedbug
to
infestation.
death. You made it. Congratulations. Dancing as if no one's watching on the graves of all your fathers. Turned your insides out and lost them. No capacity to love them. Helpless like a baby crying. Shelter us and keep us hiding. Helpless like a baby silent. Watching unspeakable violence.
Distinction says the people who find banning so amusing will never not be cringe. And I banned them. Stop annoying me. Was that amusing? Raise your hand if you thought that was amusing. I thought it was amusing. Okay, people are saying, where can I find this song? Is it on your Bandcamp? Take it easy, Alexander Lifeworth. Everybody give it up in chat for Alexander Lifeworth. Close personal friend of mine. I don't want to say too much. He's a good man. That song is not available because the mix is bad.
Now you're incorporated into the great hatred. It chokes your heart to death. You made it. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's done. Maybe once I get the mix right, I'll release it. I don't know, man. You want to hear my music? You hear it here. You like it? Go ahead and clip it. I don't care. Thank you, Sonia White. I think I have to get ready. I have some money to make. Thank you for everyone who showed up. Special interest group is my what? Yeah, thank you for showing up. I'll try and read notes next stream. If I do a stream next stream, it's going to be an entire song based off of a single sample, literally only using the sample, which you give me. And I got to figure out how to let people, let's use Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, here's my Twitter. I think Twitter will be easiest. I know everybody hates Twitter, but look, it'll be easiest. You can send me it through here, and then I will open your, what's it called? What are they called? Your samples. Only use YouTube, whatever sound you want to use. And then I'm going to make an entire song out of a single sound. And then maybe I'll get around to notes, because I got a bunch of notes. I got videos, I got notes, I got all sorts of stuff. But it's just got to be, the mood's got to be right. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I give my heart to all of you. I give my heart to every single one of you, even the stinky or whatever. This is me giving my heart to each and every one of you. And I'm going to do 9 because I'm not a huge fan of the number 6. So that's me giving my heart to you. And I just want you to have a wonderful day. If you're not Orthodox, become Orthodox. If you are Orthodox, go to church.
In a garden brimming with gold and green. No mosquitoes, no predators, no need. I can see you staring beyond my dreams. I can hear you singing a song of peace. As a wave of love washes over me. See the light like diamonds shine through the trees. Every breeze whispers of eternity. I am finally where I'm supposed to be. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't. They won't. Hey,